Man, we started off the stream strong then.
Oh. Wait.
God damn it.
I think the last time we had a questionable humor too, and it was like, oh fuck, we're streaming.
Oh.
I remember what it is, but no, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, no, I made a joke last time too. That was pretty rough, honestly, but it's fine.
It is what it is. If
It's
you can't laugh about it, then we're just
fine.
all depressed. Visually depressed.
Yeah.
Because we're
You know
all
what?
depressed anyways.
You know what they say, or nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Oh god.
We're all
Okay.
depressed on the inside.
So, who wants to start us off with the recap before we jump into combat for the evening? Because that's where we're going to start.
So
Alright.
we entered the dome
A dome.
and began to make our way to the dormitory.
Dormitory.
Chebeki woke a
Oh.
quote-unquote slumbering.
I forgot about
Student.
that. Why?
Sent them into a panic. We learned her story, and that there's another student with her that she couldn't find anymore, so she was distraught and left her where we found her. Began to leave the dormitory to make our way to the source, the hall of the Magister. Went past a group of armed guards heading toward the dormitory. We dispatched armed guard out front, took care of them, made our way into the hall area. After scoping it out and thinking it was clear, the team was ambushed by a giant spider-like monster that crashed onto them from the ceiling.
And you left out that Tameki threw water over someone's head. I was pretty sure the scared
yeah.
lady. So if time ever goes back to normal, she gonna be wet.
Yeah, she's just going to be
Well,
sitting in a
hopefully-
puddle.
Hopefully it's not like a slow start, because then she'll literally just be like waterboarded.
No.
That'd be terrible.
Well, so it takes
That'd be
30 seconds
quite
for
a-
it to like come into effect. So the water is able to like splash over her and like drip down, right, for 30 seconds until it froze. So that's where it'll be when she comes back. She'll just be wet for no reason.
Just I woke up and it was just like flashes of panic and a scary big man. My boyfriend was gone and now I'm wet. I don't know what's going on. One student had it worse than the rest.
So, yes, we left off last time with Kidan kind of on Overwatch looking through the second floor window. There is a little bit of a walkway. It looks like there's not a whole lot here on the second floor, but there is sort of like a landing up there for people to sit and kind of get a good view of the hall itself. He could see some office type looking structures towards the back of the room. And while he was up there, the rest of you decided to go in. And as you are walking across the seemingly abandoned hall, the chandelier that Ember remembered at the last second that there wasn't a chandelier before when she was there, detaches itself from the ceiling and slams down onto the ground in the midst of all of you. So you scatter a little bit from your normal walking path, and some of you took a little bit of damage as well, which we already took care of at the end of the last session. Some of you are not doing super hot.
My religious vows.
But as this massive creature slams into the ground, knocks some of you aside, and begins to stand up in this weird tentacly / spider leg looking appendages as it pushes itself up, red lights where eyes would be flash open, and you hear a deep mechanical voice emanating from the creature saying, "Priority targets found. Initializing collective protocols." Retrieval protocol is active and engaged. And you see several of its limbs kind of lift up off the floor and begin to emit sparkles of lightning at the tips of them. And this hiss, this like mechanical hissing sound comes from it, and you see these bits of like steam or some sort of gas kind of like spilling out of it and beginning to settle around its form. So with that being said, let's have everybody roll initiative.
Would I also roll it not being in the room?
You are able to keep an eye out because you are at the window. So you're not in the room, but you see this happen and you can act.
Okay.
5.
Ooh.
Just barely over to Meki right there.
This might be the first time that the enemy actually gets to act first. You guys typically roll pretty well.
All right, where's our Sergeant Pepper, Mr. Cool? Come on.
Mr. Cool.
We gotta get that big roll.
Mr.
Roll
Turv.
an 82.
The anticipation. Holy shit.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Patient.
Nice.
Yeah. See, Sergeant Pepper Cool. Ha-ha.
Okay. So as I swap over. Oh. Yeah, I can play that, sure. Hang on. I'll
That spider makes me think of that.
Yeah, I'll play this for the spider. So if anyone's listening along.
I am.
Oh my god. Really?
That's a fucking movie.
Oh my god. Stop getting my chair, kitty.
Deep down inside, you are yellow.
Okay. So Sergeant Peppers, your background as a soldier perhaps lending you some initiative in this situation as all hell breaks loose, but you are still able to be the first one to act.
Right. Glad I didn't use all of my spells, cause oh no.
However, at the top of your turn, that mist-like smoke that's being shot out of this creature begins to kind of settle around it, and you are within range. So I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. As this, like, almost sickly sweet scent fills your nose.
That made me sneeze.
4.
I'm fucked.
Okay. You feel even as you're getting ready for battle, you feel your arms and legs become a bit sluggish as you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Wait, are we all making this?
Nope, it's
No,
at the
just me.
it's just at the top of your turn. I will post the ability.
Do I have a exhaustion? Oh, there it is. 1.
Oh, I did mine preemptively. I guess
That's fine.
that's before my turn.
We can keep that as
Eerily
Tameki's.
Okay.
You don't have advantage on con save?
I don't think so.
I thought Kamira like blessed you with that.
Oh, that was the vestments. I always say we're gonna do that next game,
Yep.
and then never fucking
Don't you
do it.
just die at stage 5?
Yeah.
No, you die at stage 6. At stage 5, your speed
Okay.
becomes 0.
8.
You can no longer move. Yep. So, with this strange sensation settling over you, you are the first one to attack.
Oh man. Why you gotta make this shit heart red from the rip?
This is just the mess we left last session.
You had 2 whole weeks to prepare.
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Oh, Pinky Crunch.
man. This dude probably has like a lot of good constitution. All my stuff goes after constitution. Well,
Perhaps. This is the first time you've run into this enemy, so who knows what they're capable of.
who fucking knows?
The man in the sky knows.
Oh, I know.
Y'all are always a mood booster. I don't feel as sick anymore.
Hey.
feel like I have it.
Oh,
Imminent death takes that away from a person.
Priorities. It's like
Yes.
fight or flight.
Oh my god.
all right.
Uh,
I'm going to cast. Man, none of this shit is like the call. Where the fuck is my?
You can always hold an action.
Yeah, fuck it. I guess I could hold an action. Well, I'm gonna take. Is that within? Is that prompt an attack of opportunity?
Sorry, hang on one second.
Just trying to get the aura.
Yeah. Just trying to get the neutralization aura in the correct place. Yeah. Let's see. It does, in fact, prompt a attack of opportunity, as it has a long reach.
When you use an action to disengage,
Okay.
and then I will. Can't hold a bonus action, huh?
No, you cannot.
I'm at the bottom, right? I'm gonna go take a potty break real quick before I get my fucking ass smashed by the spider.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna that's an action. Hmm? That's also an action. Special? Fuck it. I'm gonna move 20 feet. 30, 35, 40. Yep, that's doable. Alright. I will hold. Nope, that's it for my turn.
Okay. It's the collector's unit turn. Okay. He's gonna start with the things closest to him, so he'll start with Janira. 10 does not hit. Second attack. 11 does not hit. And then he'll push the third attack towards Ember. 20.
Oh no.
Oof.
That would have been better to hit me.
Oh.
Oh my god. He rolled almost max damage. You take 30 points of 12 points of bludgeoning, and then the rest is lightning. This is non-lethal damage.
Oof, brother.
So if it
It's
takes you to
almost-
0, it knocks you out, but it does not kill you.
I got two. I feel two. I'm two.
You feel like 2. And that's it for its turn. As it just starts lashing out with tentacles all over the place. Temeki, at the top of your turn, you would have needed to make the Constitution check. We'll just take that 18, and that is a success. So you are not affected by the neutralizing vapors at this time.
That is good. I am not at my computer, but What would he normally do? He rage.
Rage.
Right?
He'd rage.
He would
Rage.
He'd
rage.
get angry.
He'd
He gonna
he'd
start
giga rage.
bopping.
Okay.
I'll be right there to push the buttons.
I feel like this song is particularly good for fighting this mechanical monstrosity.
I know, and I'm running too. I'm running because I was putting on PJs. Oh, I just turned the light off on myself. I almost fell down the stairs.
Oh no!
I heard
I don't
thumping
even-
too.
I heard it too.
For all we know, you
I bet you
actually
did.
did fall, and you're just like talking normally. while
Good.
you're
All right. So Temeki, the way his works remind me, it's hand axe, or it's one of the great axe and then two of the hand axe, right?
So it depends on whatever weapon you want him to use right now.
Okay.
If you use the Forge Ringer, he'll get 2 attacks of that and 1 with the
Okay.
hand axe. Or if he uses the Great Axe, it'll be 2 attacks with the Great Axe.
Okay. I can't remember what he does, but we're gonna do the forge ringer.
That's mostly what he's been sticking to lately.
Do it reckless.
I just saw on his character sheet that he has the Mage Bane nipple ring still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I put the nipple ring in parentheses.
A 14 does not hit.
Do you want to
Okay.
do that reckless?
Oh, how do I do that?
So if you want to choose to attack recklessly, you can. You'll get advantage on the attack rolls. However, attack rolls against you until the start of your next turn will be at advantage.
I feel like that's very Temeki to
Okay.
go in recklessly. So yeah. So I just roll again.
Yeah, so roll one more time. We'll just take whatever the highest one is.
Oh, it's good.
No good, but you get 2 more, 1 more attacks with the Forge Ringer, and then... Okay.
One with the hand axe.
Go ahead and roll that one
Uh,
more time to see if you crit. Remember, all of
Okay.
these are going to be at advantage.
Oh, I see.
Oh, he
Oh my
did!
God.
You crit? Alright. So we got 1 crit. So on the Forge Ringer, go ahead and hit damage and use the critical hit option.
Okay. Damage. Crit.
Not bad.
And then
And then the hand axe,
Is
so you
he
can
al-
attack.
also advantage on the hand axe, right?
Also at
With just
advantage. hmm
Okay.
21
understand
hits
Now.
1A1.
Getting it. 21.
for 5. Okay. As Temeki just kind of launches himself at it, kind of striking at whatever limbs that he can get get access to, as it kind of stands up above everything. That deep mechanical voice rings out again, saying, "Structural damage detected. Damage assessment minimal.
Oh.
Nice.
Continuing
Good
retrieval
damage.
protocol." Keenan, you're watching this from outside the window.
Right. I'd I guess, take my movement and try to enter the room, and it looks like there's pillars. So would I need to be like in between those pillars so that I wouldn't have to attack from cover?
So you're sort of in a weird situation. Let me kind of draw something here to help. So you're kind of on the second floor level. So you can kind of think of as everything like there
Everything
is like an
behind that
upper
line?
walkway. So you can still move and be in here, but you'll be basically looking down on the fight from like a
Yes.
sniper's perch.
And I'm still 27 feet, I guess, or
Roughly speaking, you're on the second floor.
okay. I'd like to basically move to the ledge.
Okay. The first thing you're gonna have to do is break the window. However.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll break the window
Okay.
to enter the room.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. Sorry, not attack roll. Just do damage with whatever weapon that you are hitting the window with.
About how thick is this window? Is it just like a regular window?
It's
or
a
do I
regular
like-
window. I just want to see basically, how well can you break in and rush in without hurting yourself? Because just crashing through a window and breaking it is generally not good.
So, with the spider boots, I could technically stand on the window and like jump on it. Would gravity pull me down if I were to jump?
Gravity would pull you down once you jumped.
Okay, I
Yeah.
was thinking, in terms of like how physics.
Yeah.
So I guess
And how physics.
yeah. Well, if I equip a weapon, then I'll have to take an action to swap the weapon, correct? If I'm holding the bow.
Yeah, technically. I'll tell you what. Make just a strength check.
Oh, he gonna be insistent on that fist.
Just a flat 20. And he crits. Okay.
Holy shit.
So, thinking quickly, your character has a cloak on, right? I know in your art he does, but
Yeah.
thinking quickly, you take some of your cloak and kind of wrap it around the bow, kind of where your hand would be, and you use that to smash in the glass, and you're able to do it enough to clear enough of a way for you to get in. So this turn, you can get in without taking any damage from the broken glass, and you can get into position, and then you would have your second attack action to fire.
Could I still use a bonus action?
You can still use a bonus action as well.
Okay, I'll get into position.
Okay, yeah, you may move freely.
Okay, I'll use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark
Okay. He is marked.
at first level. And then I'll take the let's see. I'll just take the second attack action.
Okay. A 15 does not hit.
Okay.
Em-
I'll end-
Ember, how much HP do you have?
Jesus.
So 2 HP as opposed to like knocked down?
Yep.
Okay.
Chimera.
Okay. So I can still move, right?
You can. You are within its attack range, so leaving it will be an attack of opportunity against you.
I'd like to disengage then.
Okay. Which you
As
can do
my
as a bonus
bonus
action.
action?
Yeah.
Acha!
You
Gonna.
I don't think you have to do it. I don't think it has a reaction.
It does.
It used it on peppers.
Yep, but then it had its turn.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit side step this way. Wait, let me make sure I did that correctly and not cheating my distance. Okay, we're good. And then I'm gonna smack them.
Also, I don't normally do this, but I think with this, the way the tiling is, I'm gonna make the grid a little bit more visible here.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know how many things I jumped. I was like, oh shit, I feel like that was a lot.
Squares. On squares.
Will a 25 hit? I'm gonna smack them with my souls.
There you go. The grid should be a bit more visible now. Okay, 25 does hit.
And then I'm gonna hit them with a sneak attack.
Okay.
Because they's around all my peoples. Holy fuck. And plus my whatever. I always forget the number.
I took care of it.
You're so good.
Okay.
And that will end my turn.
Alrighty then, Janira. Oh, sorry, Chimera. At the top of your turn, you were in the zone. So, firstly, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
DC is 14. Okay. Chimera takes 1 point of exhaustion.
Do I need to put that down anywhere?
It's in there somewhere.
Okay, I will look.
Where did you find it, Dare?
It is on your attributes page on your character sheet on the right side, just underneath death saves, in a little user input box of numbers.
Ah, cool.
1.
1.
'Kay.
So let me bring that up. Just for reference, that is how exhaustion works.
Disadvantage on ability checks.
Mm-hmm. But not attack rolls. That's it's level 3. Janira, at the top of your turn, same thing. Constitution saving throw, and then you may take your turn as normal. 13 just fails. You also take 1 point of exhaustion as the sickly sweet scent kind of fills your nose and you begin to feel lethargic.
Okie doke. I'm gonna move up here.
Okay. Are you disengaging?
Oh, he just attacked, right?
He
Does he have multiple reactions?
he didn't attack Chimera because she disengaged.
Oh. No, I'm just going up here.
Okay. Attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus.
Rolling hot.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm
You-
going to...
It's action cry.
I'd just like to cry. That's all.
my bubble.
Okay.
And then... are potions a bonus action?
Yes, it is.
Guess I got one of these. I might as well. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. And then... oh, can I just click that? There we go. Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Ember.
I will move away.
Okay. At the top of your turn, Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah.
But it did use its reaction on Janira, so it does not have a reaction to attack you with Aya. Oh, it just fails. You also take 1 point of exhaustion.
Oof. Warcaster doesn't work for this, right?
No, because it's not concentration.
Okay.
And it is not a magical effect either.
Alright. And then I will give Kidan haste.
Ooh.
Haste. Cast.
Aste.
And then level 1 exhaustion is just 1.
Disadvantage? No, disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay. I think that's it.
Okay. So, Kidan, you have +2 bonus to AC, advantage on deck saves, and you gain an additional attack on each of your turns. So you'll have 3 shots you can take now.
Okay, and I'm guessing it automatically applies the AC.
It does not. So just keep in mind your AC is
Gotcha.
effectively 17 right now. So
Okay.
Okay. Is that it for your turn there, Amber?
Yeah.
Moving right along, back to Sergeant Papa Peppers.
That's your temp HP.
Thank you.
Right. Man, everybody's taking a little bit of damage, but not too bad.
You have managed to distance yourself from it, so that sickly sweet scent is no longer affecting you, but you still have the point of exhaustion.
Well, I suppose wouldn't hurt to do a little bit of cure wounds, yeah?
Might not be a terrible idea.
We are going to go here. Bonus action cure, or nope, that's an action cure wounds. Do it at 3rd level. Let's see how much you heal. 15 points of HP, normal HP you heal.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I will move back 15 or so feet. There we go. And then that is my turn.
Okay. The collector gets to go. Right. It does begin to move a little bit, though you can see, even without its many gangly limbs, it doesn't seem to move terribly quickly. Just kind of shifts up a little bit.
Okay.
Right. And it's going to focus most of its attacks on Temeki, since he hit him pretty hard. And he also has advantage on these. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Holy shit.
Ow.
So
Okay.
just a flurry of these like spider-like, almost like tentacle tendrils just slap into Temeki, dealing quite a bit of damage.
Does he take all of that damage?
Let's
Big
see.
have.
Oh, yes.
'Cause
So
so-
he's going
some
to
of it's
take. Yeah, hang on. Let me calculate that.
I
So
was
if
like,
you
I know
click
that
on
the
the
bludgeoning,
number,
and then
Because he
Oh,
doesn't.
maybe
He
it's
doesn't
all of
have
it.
all of it. He doesn't have the lightning damage.
because that was like the bludgeoning is half, but the lightning
If-
isn't.
Yeah.
yeah, if you left
So-
click on the number, it'll give you a drop down and tell you how much of a specific damage they take. So he'll be
4,
taking
7.
Bludgeoning
he
is
takes-
9, lightning is 14. Okay, I see.
He takes 12 total of bludgeoning.
and then
Okay.
26 lightning damage.
26 lightning damage.
So a total of 38 taken from his thing.
Yeah, Ember would have gotten squished.
So he's at 19? Holy piss. Is that math right? I'm math right. Temeki ouches.
Yep, that's a pretty big oof. That's it for its turn. Temeki's turn. Another Constitution saving throw,
Oh god.
as he is still within
Okay.
the neutralizing vapors.
No.
Critical success.
Critical success. So you do not take any. He hasn't taken any points of exhaustion just yet.
My
Okay.
man.
Okay, you may act as normal.
He's beefy. So whenever he did his 3 attacks, is the bonus attack like the hand axe?
Yes,
Okay, so and taking a potion is a bonus action.
it is a bonus action. Yes. So if he wants to do that, he'll have to sacrifice that offhand attack.
Okay. Tameki is gonna drink the growth potion.
Okay.
Boop boop boop. Gonna -1 of these for him. I don't know what it does, but it seems very Tameki. He got hit and now he wants to be big. So he can hit back.
Okay. He is now big. Big.
Okay. So what does that actually do?
Let me remind myself. It's been a bit. Let's see.
Adds raw damage, increases in size by 1.
Yep.
So there's nothing I have to really do on my end.
Let's see. Gains the effects of the enlarge or reduce spell, in this case, enlarge. So the target has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your attacks now deal an extra 1d4 of extra damage.
Cool. Cool. Okay. And whenever I do things recklessly, it's only that one turn, right?
It is only that one turn.
Cool. Ew.
Yep. Since you're playing, hang on. Since you're playing
Mhm.
another character, I'll be the good guy DM this turn,
Okay.
and I'll say you could get flanking and give you advantage by moving over here,
Ooh.
because you can shift
That
around
is-
him without taking any attacks of opportunity, and you'll get flanking because Janira is there.
So I don't step away, right, and just move
Yep.
like that.
He just kind of slides around him.
Cool. I've never played like someone is in the face before, so
Yep.
that's cool.
So now you can get advantage on these attacks without taking any penalties.
Okay. Do you want me to just re-roll that one since I fucked that up?
Just roll one more time on that one.
Okay.
18 will hit.
Nice. Okay. And then I'm gonna roll for the second one.
That definitely hits. Roll one more time to see if you crit, because it's at advantage.
Okay.
Does not, but it still hits. So 2 hits so far.
Damage. And
Six.
damage. Because I don't get that other attack since I made him get big.
Right.
And then do
Okay.
I do roll D14 or 1d4 or whatever?
Roll 2d4 because it adds it to both
2d4.
of those attacks. It's an additional 4. Okay.
Forgot to give Sergeant Pepper's that.
Okay.
That's your temp HP.
And that would end Tameki's turn.
It's hard to see, but Tameki is also still within the range of that. So he gets that temp HP as well. Okay. Kidan.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Cast Hail of Thorns,
Okay.
first level. I'm going to use one attack and try to hit the spider.
Okay. 13 misses, unfortunately.
Okay. Going to use a second attack.
16 also misses, unfortunately. This is rare form for Kidan.
All right. I'm going to use the bonus attack.
22 will hit, though.
Okay. So roll the damage with the 1d6 for the hunter's mark.
Okay.
And then does Hail of Thorns apply even though the first two missed?
Let's see. The next time you hit a creature, so it doesn't say it has to be the next attack. The next time you hit, so it does apply. He does succeed on the dex save, though.
Okay.
Let's see. He still takes half the damage, so go ahead and roll the damage. Okay.
And since he's a large target, can we apply the 5 feet?
Yes. We have done that in the past, so yeah. That mechanical voice rings out and it says, structural damage. becoming severe.
It can be stopped. It can be.
Kamira, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna start slinging my blades at him. Oh wait, I have to choose me because Tameki can't do that.
19 hits.
Five.
6. There we go.
Hit him with that sneak attack. And I'm gonna bonus action another one. Oh, that
16
one
just
hit.
misses.
All right. And then I wait to throw him again.
Okay. Janira.
Okay. Cool.
That succeeds. So no additional points of exhaustion for you.
Mm. Well, I guess if this thing wants to be all up in my face. Hopefully this hits.
Ooh, and inflict wounds. That 23 does it. 25
Perfectly average.
necrotic damage. What does your inflict wounds look like? I don't think you've used that on anything yet.
I have.
Have you?
Probably like low-key black lightning.
Okay. The black lightning kind of arcs around, interfering with the lightning bits at the end of its various appendages, and kind of streaks across its bulbous body. You can see that some of its limbs are beginning to behave erratically. It seems unsteady.
Then I don't think I have anything as a bonus action. Oh, how does this work?
Bonus
No, I don't
action,
have
make
that.
it smile.
I can't. Those are actions.
Oh no.
I have a wand of web with a spider. I think that would buff it or something. Yeah, I'm done.
Ooh.
Okay. Then Ember, it is your turn.
I will just shoot a firebolt at it.
So it's my
Oh, I did it twice. Whoops.
HP, which I think I already have 13. So
Okay. A 26 will hit.
fuck them up.
18.
18. The firebolt hits and seems to maybe ignite some of this gas somehow, as a slightly larger explosion than you would expect kind of blasts forth from it as it begins to sway and then fall over on its side. The smoke in the room or around its body immediately begins to clear as it hits the ground. That voice once again saying, structural damage, catastrophic. Retrieval protocol failed. Unit shutting down. It's the lights in its eyes go dim.
He cannot move.
It's a good thing it didn't go like uploading log files to
Yeah.
Chinese government.
Oh my god.
Well, that was scary.
I immediately start rummaging through
Slowly
its
step
body.
back.
Okay. The most of it is either its limbs and the mechanical structures that allow those to move and function. However, like the big bulbous part of its body, now that you're close and it's not moving around, it looks like a big cage of some kind.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
thanks to the small hole now in its side, thanks to Ember's final blow, you can actually see that the space is hollowed out and there are several metallic vents where remnants of that gas is slowly kind of filling into that room.
Is
So,
there
That's for you,
oh,
Ember.
sorry.
I'm gonna go around and like heal people with my healing kit.
You're gonna start fucking. You get a heal. You're gonna be like the Oprah of healing. You get a heal. You get a heal.
I like how the move's called healer healing. This ain't any healing. This is healing.
It's a healer's healing. Is there anything that I can grab from it that looks like it would give me a pretty penny?
Inside it apparently had no victims, so there are no bodies inside. There doesn't seem to be anything in here without really ripping this thing apart,
Gotcha.
which requires mechanical skills that are you could
Beyond my
probably
expertise.
yeah, you might be able to figure it out eventually, but
Yeah, but we don't really have the time. If I had time to sit here and start taking this spider apart like it's a crab, then it would be different. But we don't got the time.
Yep.
But I got my eye on you. I might come back for you later.
do make me a perception check though while you're rummaging around.
I will.
Also make one
Perception.
from this area I'm on top of.
Okay.
13 healing to Tameki.
13. Okay. Chimera, looking around, kind of where it has like a very almost spider-like face, complete with these little things that would be like the the teeth of the spider, the fangs. And while the lights have gone out, kind of up underneath it, there is a small rhythmically blinking red light.
We should probably get away from the spider. I don't know if it would be like a self-destruct or anything. Do I know with my knowledge and equipment?
You're not sure?
Is it like, oh god, it's either calling for help or it's going to self-destruct. So I think we should skedaddle either way.
Make like a noodle and caboodle.
Yes.
What
Whatever
if
he
it
said.
blows up in this building?
I guess it would not. The building wouldn't blow up. It would take some time, right?
Depends on how big the explosion is.
Slowly backs away.
Sergeant Peppers is right. We should make like a tree and get the fuck out of here.
I look to Amber and like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I
lead
follow
us
you, Liz.
and look out for more chandeliers and bullshit.
Yes.
That
Fucking
wasn't me.
chandeliers.
Okay. As you begin to
Oh.
range away from the body, Sergeant Peppers, you can see most of the main hallway, and Ember can remember this, it's wide open. It's meant for large gatherings of people. It's supposed to be grand and opulent. That front desk is kind of an administrative type of thing. Behind that, Ember knows that there are some offices of some of the more important staff. And there is a stairway leading up onto the landing that Kidan is currently looking down from over in the back corner of the room, which you can, I think, just see in your line of sight there, Sergeant Peppers.
Kamir is just now realizing that Kidan's been up on the pillar the whole time.
He's on a floor up ahead, just kind of looking down on a balcony, basically. Ember, you know that, yeah, there are some offices that you could potentially try to comb through. The upstairs would lead you eventually to, up on the 3rd floor, the entryway to either wing of it, so either going towards your old tower or to the other side. To remind us, you would have to go through the Abjurer Circle to get to the Divinator Circle on this left-hand side. Or if you go to the right-hand side, you have to go through the Enchanter Circle and then to the Evocator Circle.
Okay. I look back to the party. The plan is still to get the key and then get some rest, right? Or something? Is that the plan, or are we just going to where we need to go?
We should definitely take a rest.
Okay, so admin is this way. Whichever way that is.
It would be... Oh, that's the wrong tool. Behind the administrative counters over here.
Oh, my bad. Just kidding, this way.
I'm turning around. There's a chandelier in here. It's not supposed to be this way. Sorry, y'all.
Yep. As
So
you
we're looking for the key, right?
Yep, as you walk by the desks, you can see that there are paperwork and books kind of lined out among the desks as if it had suddenly been abandoned.
Anything interesting on the notes?
Some of them are entrance forms for prospective students. Some of them are more along the lines of flyers for special events and things are going to be held at various locations on campus. Some of it is money related, tuition fees and things of that nature.
If only. But the door in front of us, is there like a window on it or anything?
There is not. But there is a small plaque next to it that reads waiting room.
Seems like the best place to wait in.
Yeah. What are we waiting for? Let's go in.
Kidan, are you maintaining your watch up there on the 2nd floor, or you want to hop down or descend the stairs to join the rest of the group?
Yeah, I'll just hop down.
Let me see how long. It's up to a minute, so at this point, Temeki shrinks back down to normal size.
Aw, I liked my big titties. That's all I can think of. So, what's his name? Grog?
Grog.
Off of Vox Machina.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
He's great.
Every time I think of him, I'm like, he's so Temeki. Such a barbarian-esque personality. I love it.
Imagine if Elwyn and Temeki were in the same room, Topher.
Oh god. It could happen. This is a shared universe.
Fuck.
You have to have some Avengers level crossover at some point.
That would be cool.
That would be super fucking cool. I get the little goosebumpies we talked about that one time.
Maybe after the one shot that we still need to do for the minority of menageries. Menagerie of minorities, whichever it is.
The minority menagerie.
That's it. That's the order.
Are we going in the waiting room?
Yeah. We creaked
Okay.
open the door, take a little look before opening all the
Tameki
way.
slaps the
Okay.
door open.
That's the safest way. Let's go.
Yep.
What you see inside is a nicely appointed room that is decently lit. There are a couple of benches on either side, and in the middle, those large square things are actually like revolving bookshelves.
How many
Currently, two benches. No bitches, but two
Hold on.
benches.
Oh.
I've lost Chimera. Hold on. Tameki, don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Okay. I had to use him to see. I would like to take a gander around for dangers because I'm a rogue and you never know when it's going to be trapped.
Perception check.
Never know where the danger may go.
17. Things seem relatively calm here. It is empty, and there doesn't appear to be any signs of anyone being in here when the dome sprung up. It seems
Doesn't
abandoned,
look like
just
anyone
like...
was forcibly moved like a statue.
Doesn't seem that way, although it may be hard to tell if they didn't leave behind anything.
And we haven't found the key, right?
So, let's recap what we're
Yes,
in here
please do.
for. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, you guys know that most likely the source of the dome is somewhere underneath the college in a series of tunnels and vaults that run underneath the entire university. The entrance to which is really only found somewhere, or is rumored to be found, according to rumors that Ember heard when she was a student here. Rumored to be found somewhere here in the Hall of Magister. But no one other than faculty knows really where it is.
Where the entrance to like the underground area.
To the underground vaults. Correct.
Gotcha.
Hmm?
Okay.
And even
And the key that we're
even-
thinking about is the wand, right? That opens up to a dormitory room.
You do have a key that presumably would get you into Mortarian's office.
Okay.
Perhaps his classroom. Which Ember also has never been in there, but knows it's somewhere here in the Hall of the Magister. It doesn't have its own dedicated circle, since necromancy is kind of one of those, like, kind of frowned upon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the teacher no one wanted to eat lunch with. Gotcha.
Oof. That's a sad level of society right there.
Yeah. Okay. Tameki goes to this door and opens it.
Okay. The placard next to this one reads Dean of Student Affairs.
Ooh.
Well, student affairs.
That sounds nefarious.
It sounds like he knows stuff about students. Go in
It
here.
is unlocked.
God, I have a dirty mind.
God dang it. Hold on. Tameki, I need light. I'll follow you.
The room actually appears lit,
Ooh.
as if it was currently in use when everything stopped.
But not a teacher in sight.
Correct. You can see there are books and things lying about,
Oh. I don't see anything in this room.
but nothing of note, at least as far as you can tell at this exact moment.
I'll look through the dean's stuff.
Sure. There are various notes about letters back and forth between himself, which they are signed. Putting it in the chat here.
Is there a
Signed.
plaque next to the door. Go ahead.
The plaque does not have the dean's name, just his title. However, as Ember is rifling through the various notes and letters on the dean's desk, you can see that the dean has signed his name underneath his title as Dean of Student Affairs, Grimble Thibblewack.
What a name.
Was he the dean when I was a student? Or is he new?
He's newer. And you can see that a lot of his letters are regarding, getting used to the place, kind of finding out who's doing what, and planning his own events for the students and faculty.
At the door opposite that one, is there a plaque? I'm basically standing outside of it. Is there a plaque next to it?
Oh, I see, yes. The plaque here reads, Professor of Necromancy.
Oh,
Oh.
I think
look
I'm
to
still
Sergeant
kinetically
Peppers.
linked to.
Sergeant Peppers is standing next to me, and I kind of point at the plaque and say, "Do you think this is what we're looking for?"
I'm not too sure exactly. Could lead to a clue of some kind.
Is there any sort of engraving on the door?
The door is nice. In fact, all of the this entire structure on the outside is made of nice sandstone and like brick kind of work. Inside, it's all very nice carved woods. It would have been a very expensive place to build. It looks very nice. The door itself is decorative, but serving no other point other than being decorative.
I push the plaque.
You tap on the metal. Tink, tink, tink. Nothing happens.
This seems too simple.
And in what manner?
What are the chances that we find exactly what we're looking for in a hall as great as this?
I'm not so sure that it would be illogical for us to find what we're looking for here. Is there any particular writings on the plaque, or is it just smooth?
It's smooth.
Okay. Is there anything besides the plaque where Kidan is looking?
Just the plaque in the doorway.
Plaque in the doorway.
I'll send like a mental message, I guess, to Kamir and say, Peppers and I will check the door on the other side of the room.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. We'll get back to that here in just a second. The rest of you in here, anything else you're looking at or trying to find specifically, or?
Amber, did you say you were looking
Oh,
through
shit, I
the
was muted.
desk?
Can I just do an investigation check?
Go for it.
Wow.
19.
You investigating?
It's difficult to say if something happened in here, or if the room was just naturally left kind of messy with the books laying out and about. They don't seem to have been put there due to a struggle. It seems to have just been laying there for some time. Also, you become very aware that everything in the room is downsized a little bit. Like, it's not, it wasn't created for a normal human height.
Individual.
Yes, a bit smaller. Like, the chair is very kind of grandiose, but it seems like steps have been built up for someone to come up the steps and sit in it.
He's a gnome. A little person.
You can see these very particular stone pedestals here, or not really pedestals. They're just slightly raised off of the floor. And you notice that along the outside edge of both of them, they have some sort of arcane runes inscribed into them.
Ooh.
Hey, can you read this, Ember?
Arcana
Boing.
check.
Ooh, let's see.
Let me help you with that.
Advantage.
With
If it was a
guidance,
magic,
if I have that. Boom.
Oh, that works too. So not advantage,
It-
but a d4.
if it was the study of magical bananas, never mind.
No, we have to hear what you were going with that. Ooh, a
Holy
critical.
shit. All right, roll guidance though. Can you get over 30?
She added it.
I added it on there. It was a 3.
Oh damn.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
So this hasn't come up yet, but this is a good time to mention. It won't. It's not in this case, but if there's ever a situation where you critically succeed, but your bonuses still aren't enough to match the DC of the item, I do have a special rule for that.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yes. I've been thinking about it lately because it's never come up. I've never had that come up in one of my games. So, but in this case, it becomes very quickly and readily apparent that these are teleportation circles set up to be permanent. However, you cannot determine what network these two pads are connected to and where you would be able to go by using them. And of course, at the moment, because of the anti-magic dome, they appear to be inert.
I will let everyone know.
Do we know if they're like two different ones? Like different network? Or no?
Well,
They're in
they're
different places?
they are distinctly discolored.
Yeah.
That is all you can say for sure.
Is one blue and one orange?
No, one is oops, sorry. One is like a dark gray stone, the other one's like a light gray stone. So they're like
This one's a vanilla
close.
flavored portal.
Yes.
Oh my fucking gosh.
Mhm.
We should be like, our group name was here.
Yes.
Yeah. We do that. I do
Mhm.
that.
What
We do it on
what
both stuff.
what is your group
I
name?
open up.
Has this
Uh,
ever
you-
been determined?
What was it?
Oh,
Nameless.
the nameless.
Yeah, the nameless.
PN
Silent P.
nameless.
In the engraving, the P is silent.
Yes, I want that. Like whenever we say the nameless, I want it to be like, oh, we're the nameless. The P is silent. Like I want it to be part of like the tagline.
It is the subtitle to the title. Okay. Yeah, so you scratch your your name on there and it's required subtitle. Yeah.
Can't possibly get expelled if you're not.
Yep.
What are they gonna do? Expel you?
Or worse, expelled.
Fucking Hermione.
Alright, our work here's done.
mhm.
Meanwhile,
I also would like to rummage through the desk to see, because didn't you say that there was like extra wand, like the way to get into someone's like dormitory, we had to have like their wand.
Yeah. It was like a guide.
Pewter wand.
mhm.
I just wanted to happen to see, since he dealt with student affairs, maybe he had some type of like, this room went to this delinquent here, we took away his key, you know, and here it is, and
It's
his room 507 or something, you know what I mean?
It's a key ring, but the keys are wands instead, so it's like obnoxiously
Right.
large. Unfortunately, though, looking through the desk, that does not appear to be the case. Perhaps wherever the dean is, he still has the wand
master
on
keys?
him.
Okie dokie.
Or if he was taken, it was taken with him.
Alright. Noted. I'm gonna tell them, I didn't see any wands.
Meanwhile,
Onwards.
on the other side, while they're scratching their names and defacing school property and rifling through stuff, the dynamic duo of Kidan and Peppers. What do you do?
I will attempt to open the door.
Okay. By what means?
If there's a doorknob, I'll attempt to turn the doorknob.
Okay. You try to turn the doorknob, and the doorknob turns, but the door does not open.
Does it appear to be locked, or is it just
Locked, stuck. It won't budge.
Then you
It
can
won't
fly.
budge, you say.
So
there
if I try to interact with the door again, does it return the door won't budge again?
Yes.
Because if the text appears twice, obviously we can't open the door.
Yeah, you hear the the door won't budge.
Oh, I
The
see,
door
yeah.
won't budge.
Can I try a third time?
The door
Start.
still won't budge.
Oh, okay. Go fourth time then. The text change.
Oh my God.
This has to be a
Text
bit
change.
Divinity Original Sin 2. There's no way.
I can't believe you're still trying the door. It still won't budge.
Is there a noticeable gap from the door to like the floor where I might be able to like peek underneath it?
There is a small gap. Yes.
Like to peer under the door.
Okay. It's difficult to say. You can't like make out features of the room per se, but you can see that there's light on inside, and there doesn't appear to be anything moving around inside either. Nor does there appear to be anything physically in front of the door.
Okay. Peppers, do you... So we had a key or we had a locket?
I think, wasn't it in the locket, the key?
The locket serves as a small pocket dimension to store things in. In this
Yeah,
case, it was the key.
Oh, I thought we stored the bag of coins. I thought it was empty.
I'm pretty
But-
sure we still have
Yeah,
the
so
key.
somebody has the wand.
Yeah, it's Peppers has the wand. And the
Ready?
locket.
I remember. Oh, because I need the locket, the wand to open the locket.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
to enter the
Correct.
pocket dimension.
All right, so you want the wand then?
I would like the key that was in the pocket dimension.
Oh, I open it up and look for the key that he speaks of.
The wand is the key.
Okay. Sorry.
It just happens to
Sorry
both
for the
open the
confusion.
locket and the door. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
Sorry
I
for
wish-
the confusion, Peppers. The wand is yours. Go ahead and maybe we can open the door with the wand. And you're the owner of the wand.
One second.
Okay.
Where the fuck is
That's Peppers going through his bag trying to find the wand.
Ah, yes. I attempt to just stick the wand in any direction. If nothing happens, try to put it in something.
There's nothing to put it in. There's just the doorknob.
Okay, I point the wand at the doorknob.
Point the wand at the doorknob. Okay.
And is there a hole in the doorknob?
No, it is a solid iron handle.
So what part does the wand key into?
How did you access the pocket dimension?
By pointing it at the locket?
Not quite.
Maybe
How did I open it?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Seems like maybe you should be taking notes. Okay.
I probably should have. Well, until I figure out how to open it, we'll come back to this door.
Wait.
The rest of you enter the room to find Sergeant Peppers and Kidan confusedly looking between the wand and the door, trying to figure out how it works.
I point at the locket and say, "Open sesame."
Nothing happens.
I don't mean to concern you, Captain Peppers, but our valuables were in the pocket dimension.
You don't say.
Oh man.
Hence my urgency to rectify the situation.
Make a history check. DM will help you if you.
Probably one of my favorite tropes. I don't mean to be alarming. It proceeds to say something incredibly alarming.
So you're not able
DM, do I
to open the
remember?
locket?
You rack your brain, and maybe it's because you are tired, sir. Make that check at disadvantage. You are exhausted.
Oh, no.
History check. Roll 20.
Still pretty good.
Close, baby.
Still pretty good. All right. You rack your brain, and you remember you have to open the locket. You had to tap the wand on the locket, and you had to say the command word, which in this case is sanguine.
Sanguine.
Wait, I thought that was how we use Balden's thing.
Sorry, you're right. It is just the tapping.
Da,
Okay.
da, da, da.
I point at it. Tap it.
You tap on the handle with the wand, and you hear a sort of obnoxiously loud and echoey sound of like a deadbolt just being undone.
Open the door.
The door is now unlocked.
I'll attempt to open the door again.
Okay. This time, when you turn the handle and push, it easily slides open. And you find yourself in a well-lit office.
Does it seem like things have been rifled with here?
Make a perception check. Looking around, it seems like maybe a few things have been gone through. Again, in as the others kind of filter in, you can see that this room has a few books just kind of laying out and around. But whether it's part of a struggle or you cannot rightly say, but they're just laying out.
And this is
There is a stairway
leading down.
leading down into the dark.
I call going down the creepy stairway.
Once everybody's in, I will close the door. Is everybody in?
Think we're waiting for your sister.
Sister. Sister.
Opens up the door.
See-
Sister!
Janira's apparently just hanging out
Alright.
in the dean's room.
Alright, I will grab a hold of her and drag her with me.
Moves opposite direction.
Sister, we must check room. Take rest.
Sorry, I was AFK.
It's okay. All right, everybody is together now.
Alright, and then I will close the light door.
Okay.
And I will click the handle on the wand.
Okay. You hear that same sound of the lock being re-engaged.
And then just check the door one more time. It won't budge, right?
The handle turns, but it does not move. Seems like it's stuck.
Alright, cool. So, feel like, depending on what's down the stairs, this room should be relatively safe.
There are windows.
Oh.
Did you
I've
just-
handled a couple of windows in my day. Maybe we should
There are
take a short
windows.
reprieve.
It's looking out, and you can see basically the bit of grass that makes up a small yard between the back of the Hall of the Magister and the far edge of the dome, and beyond that, the back wall of the university grounds. And for the moment, that's really all you see.
Right.
I believe we should rest here before we continue. Seems like in
Sounds
this
good to me.
dome we've got all the time in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to be exhausted from that spider thingy. We don't know
Neither
where
do
we're gonna get
I.
into.
Yeah, I don't know how long it is to rest to cure all the exhaustion, but I think it's important we do that.
I'll go ahead and do prayer of healing.
It's difficult to tell the time of day with the odd yellow light just kind of filtering everything, but you think it would be getting pretty close to evening since you first came into the Arcanium grounds.
Everybody heals 31.
31?
If we had any temp health, is that also gone?
That
Wait. I don't know.
most likely.
I had
Probably.
temp health from before we entered the Great Hall.
Lasts for 1 minute.
Okay, yeah, it's gone. And then I guess my haste and
Haste also would have gone.
what am I haste and blessed here?
I think you were from the previous fight as well, so.
Okay.
Little bit, that's great. I'll take first watch.
Okay. You're
I'll
going
also
to
stay up as well and check this chest. Is this a chest here?
There is a chest.
I sit in his chair and like lean back.
Do we want to try to long rest this?
Long resting would be. Oh, actually, hang on. This exhaustion is a little bit different. Dang it. Hang on. I gotta find it in DD Beyond. Because it didn't properly bring over all the customized things for the collector unit, so I had to rewrite some in, and it was only good for that one token, and then I deleted the token when it died, so.
Womp womp.
Womp womp indeed. Okay. Okay. Yeah, short or long rest?
How are you doing on spell slots, sister?
If we can afford a long rest, it would be pretty cool. But if not, then I'm okay. However, I cannot use my Twilight Sanctuary anymore.
Unless it was a new day
Yeah,
or long rested. Yeah, you need a long rest, right?
for my Channel Divinity, yeah.
I'd say long rest.
Oh no. Short rest works.
For spell slots and divinity?
Not for spell slots.
Yeah,
it's a
no,
lot.
not for spell slots.
Okay. Does anybody need a long rest? Pretty sure a lot of this stuff is gained back on a short rest, right?
I don't need a long rest, but I'm good with whatever you guys want to do.
Ember, do you need a long rest?
Mm,
Do you still have 4th level slots?
yeah, I'm probably okay with a short
Alright.
rest.
Alright. All I have are 1st level, 2nd level spells.
Okay.
I'm fine with a short rest as well.
Alright, short rest it is from consensus.
Okay. So you may take a short rest of about an hour. Catch your breath. Take a moment to relax. During which you can use your hit dice to get back hit points.
How does this work? Just use one?
You can use however many you want. Just know that when you long rest, you'll only get back up to half.
You are full health already, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to get spell slots back.
You can't get spell slots back on a short rest.
Yeah, most classes don't get spell slots back
Oh,
on a
You're a
short rest.
warlock. You gotta sell your soul.
Mm-hmm.
They're the
Well,
power sugar daddies and sugar
yeah, I guess
mamas.
can I choose not to take a short rest, but rather wait while everyone else takes a rest, or do I have to spend one?
You don't have to spend anything when doing a short rest. You'll still get the benefit even if you decide not to use any hit die. Just using hit die is something you can do on a short rest.
Because it says select dice to roll. I just don't
You-
hit that. I just hit rest.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
I guess while we do that, can I attempt to search this chest?
Yes, absolutely. The chest appears to be locked, although this is a more mundane kind of lock.
Sounds like a job for Kamira.
I wake up from my short rest and say lock.
Lock?
I'd like to pick the lock.
Okay. So
Sleight of hand, right?
yeah, it's basically your sleight of hand.
There you go.
Yep.
I blow my fucking rogue tools and step away.
Within a few short moments, it lock pops open and you can get into the chest.
Okay. I'd like to search the chest.
Okay. Inside the chest appears to be a number of what appear to be ritual elements. There are a couple of knives in there that are highly ceremonial. There are what appear to be cups and bowls that are made of a metal that has had a lot of detail kind of hammered into it, with arcane runes interspaced throughout. Looks like a lot of unused scrolls that are blank for the moment. Seems to be mostly a supply chest of sorts. But as you're going through that, and as everybody is just kind of taking a breather, everybody go ahead and make me perception checks.
Bye, Nalan.
There's a staircase.
No, no, it's not you. There's a hole there.
You're not paying attention. You suddenly accidentally fall into the hole of the stairway. um. Okay. Temeki, Ember, Edan.
Without the beard.
Edan without the beard. Yes, thank you. As you're taking a breather, you begin to get this strange, unsettling feeling just settle over you. Now that you have a moment of relative calm, probably the first you've had since entering the dome, again you're met with a sensation of just how strange everything feels. And there are moments that as you're just kind of scanning the room, you see motion in your periphery. But whenever you go to look, there's nothing there.
Can I attempt to cast Primeval Awareness?
Sure.
I like that icon. It
Mhm.
looks like the type of icon you'd see on a PlayStation 2 video game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or a WoW ability.
Yeah.
The ability, again, you used it once before. It's still just as jumbled and muddled.
Mhm.
However, in this precise location, you get the feeling that there are undead somewhere nearby.
Fantastic.
Whether or not they're the cause of these weird pseudo hallucinations you're having, who knows?
I do not
This
wish to
fucking
alarm
song.
you,
I know every time it comes up, it's
but my anxiety is increasing and it's just the music playing.
even more disturbing. Is if you close your eyes to get away from this effect, you feel like you just hear the faintest whisper. You can't make out what it's saying, but it's there. Not constantly, just every time you think that everything is completely silent, you just hear it.
And that's the people that rolled low on their perception.
The rest of
Oh,
you,
good God.
just kind of keep a wary eye out. And for the moment, everything seems fine. Everything's quiet and calm. At least long enough for you to get your short rest. And after that hour has passed, now what are you doing?
To the pit.
Yeah. So I'd like to mention that I sense that there are undead creatures nearby. And I'll do something. I was just saying, like unsurprising that we're in the office of the necromancy professor, but I do sense some undead nearby.
That makes sense.
Hmm. Considering what he kept in the house, there might be some specimens that he has here.
I don't like that.
Well, they
look
died
at-
once,
I
right?
look at
They can-
Peppers. Okay.
In terms of like what you wish for me to do about it?
I'm just looking at you like, because it's undead, it's necromancy, we don't like that.
Oh yes, let's smite it.
Oh,
Oh.
is that how we handle it? I don't know.
Janira just looks at her brother and is like blinking at him, and he's just like looks
Hold
through
on.
her.
I have a Raven Queen manual right here. It says section. I can't read this.
Is it an abyssal?
It's in
Bird.
well, for the bit to work, the book was imaginary.
Oh, okay.
It goes along with Keaton's very serious winter nature right now.
Mm-hmm. The Keaton feels embarrassed that you basically like.
It's like one of those Destiny 2 emotes where they just do it like normal, but it's without the object.
Yeah. He wasn't paying attention. He kind of like hops over your shoulder, like attempting to be helpful to push the subject along, and realizes you don't have a book, and just
Yeah.
kind of like snorts, like, "Yeah, that's the last time I'll try to be helpful."
But yes, the Raven Queen doesn't like the undead or anything that keeps the natural order of life and death. She is a entity of passing, and anything against that is against her. By that logic, also against us.
All right, let's go into the necromancer's lair. On that note,
Well, we can
Before
certainly tell her how you feel once we've taken care of
Peppers
items.
continues his tirade as we go down the stairs.
I wanted to like look through his shit real quick. Does he
Okay.
have like any ritual stuff that or any scrolls? Like I don't know. Like
It's just like the way you said. I want to look through his shit.
for his shit real quick.
This chest right here that I
It,
had opened.
yeah, so the chest is full of ritual implements that you would use in the casting of ritual spells.
how about uncasting of ritual spells?
Ooh, interesting. You are not well versed in the ways of necromancy, and from what you know of Professor Mortarian, his studies and teachings especially were very much from a utilitarian point of view. Like, he wasn't going around raising corpses for shits and giggles. He focused more on things like preserving corpses, speak with the dead, things of that nature that were a bit more on the respectful side of necromancy.
Would he have any scrolls of speak with the dead or anything of that nature?
Interesting. He probably would, although looking through his desk, most of what he has, at least here in his office, appears to be mainly for like lesson plans and things of that nature.
Okay. Is this like a shrine?
That, as you go over to it and look at it specifically, appears to be a display of some kind. Inside, there is a small, ornate bottle.
Alright, hear me out, guys.
Okay.
Let's take this.
Okay.
I heard you, and I agree.
Okay. Is there like a
Mad-
description of it or something before I take it? I'm gonna take it anyways, but like maybe have like a potion of something or
When I said
bottle.
small bottle, it's more like a small wine bottle, smaller than the normal size. It's also more wide than it is round, and it seems to have this interesting, almost spiral-like pattern in the glass. The glass itself is like black, cannot see into it. And the cork itself is a very fancy, like crystalline decanter cork.
And there's no description or anything.
There is not.
I'll take it.
We should definitely save that for later.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Reach in. Well, you open up the little display. It has a little door, which doesn't appear to be locked. You reach in and you take the bottle, and it's very cold to the touch.
Can I make an Arcana check? Wouldn't even matter if it's like that unique.
It's, yeah, I mean, without like a identify spell, it would be difficult to tell what this is.
I don't have that prepared. Okay, for later. Unless someone has that. But it's
I
also
do not.
It's okay. I'll just save it for later.
All right.
I'm ready.
Now
when you are.
descending into the darkness.
Yes.
Okay. You go down the stairway. You go down, and you keep going down until you begin to see light towards the bottom of the stairway. Grab everybody
I'd
so I
like
can
to
move
be
you over to the
sneaky.
next scene.
Oh god.
What is the marching order going down?
Demeki first. Always.
Okay.
Push him down.
Followed by me casting light.
I'll be behind Peppers.
Okay.
I can be behind Janira.
Okay. And then Ember Kidan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be in the very back.
What is the specifics on your light spell, Sergeant Peppers?
What was that?
What is the specifics on your light spell?
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and touch Tameki's pants again.
Do you want to touch his nipple ring instead?
Man, that's a tough choice. I'll go ahead and touch the nipple ring.
Okay. What is the specifics on the light itself?
20-foot radius
Okay.
and dim light for 40 feet.
Okay.
Roper was asking the specs like that. You're like, I touch his nipple.
Like, oh, okay, but what other specifics?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I caress the
But-
tip and
It had a supreme curvature, which I traced my finger upon.
Demeki like giggles.
Of course it does.
Okay. As you enter
Do.
the bottom of the stairway, there are lights down here, so it's not in complete darkness, but with the glowing nipple ring leading the way, you have plenty of light to see by.
Excellent.
You're in a
We
hallway,
are led by the boobs.
and eventually the hallway leads to what appears to be an open doorway on one side.
Open doorway on one side, huh?
And on the other side, there appear to be basins of water. Frozen in place. It's an odd sight.
Ooh.
as it becomes apparent that even down here, the effects of the dome are still in effect. Stealth checks to all who wish to make them.
Yes. I am the darkness in the night.
I think Ember actually is the darkness of
Yeah,
the night right now.
She's the darkness in the night. I am very proud.
Thank you.
It was the mouse mission.
It was.
It was.
Also, I should point out.
Slightly high fives you.
I should point out to remember those of you with exhaustion. You will do this at disadvantage. The exhaustion is still present.
Oh, fuck.
Sad.
Okay, I'll do it again.
And unfortunately, Ember is not quite the darkness of the night.
I'll still give you the high five though.
We still both got 15, so high five. Okay, let's do Temeki.
Becky is not
Yeah.
exhausted, so.
Well, he don't need the exhaust because he sucks. With his 10. Sergeant Peppers.
Peppers, you creep up to the doorway as best you can and peer inside, and you're met with what looks like a large, well-lit classroom. Like, if you ever imagined what the classrooms looked like in a school of magic, this would be it.
And there's nobody in here?
There is not, but it's cold down here.
Ooh, it's chilly.
Mhm.
Ooh, it's chilly.
I should point out that I can't take credit for this map. This is one I found online through Dungeon Alchemist.
Oh,
So somebody
nice.
else made this. I'll when I post it to YouTube, I'll actually put it up in the description. But I know if you look under Dungeon Alchemist, it's like Signum Classroom, I think is the original name of it. I just did some very, very slight tweaking. But yeah.
So nobody's in here.
No one is down here, it appears, but everything is lit and everything is laid out.
Did any of this stuff look like any of the professor's writings upstairs?
Are you going to the desk over? Let's see. Well, you'll have to take a closer look.
I look.
Yes.
With my special eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What do I?
It looks like some of the documents on the desk, which are dated several weeks back, seem to be in the same handwriting as those above.
So no specifics on the giant circle.
Do what?
No specifics on the circle that's lit in the middle of the room.
No, it just looks like a ritualistic circle.
Okay.
None of the crazy gloom hands are coming after me and I'm screaming. The sound, I got immediate PTSD. So keeping in mind with what Kidan said about the undead, can I like just take a look around?
You can.
Okay. Right, disadvantage? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One. Exhaust.
You don't quite know what you're looking at, really. There's lots of just things around. They appear to be somewhat magical in nature, but that's about all you can really divine from just a quick, brief glance around.
That tracks.
I think I'll attempt to make my way to like this small upper area. I'm guessing it's not very high up. It's just like a raised.
Yep, it's slightly raised, just to kind of give like a little, almost viewing platform of the area below.
Like I imagine like the students who were not performing anything would like stay out of the way, like an observation area.
Exactly.
Meki sees something glowy, he wants to get closer and look at it.
Yeah, there are various things that seem to be emitting a faint light.
Should he do like a perception check or anything?
You can.
Okay.
Does anything look delicious?
Look, it's glowy. What is in this?
So looking around, there appears to be, well, look to be small gemstones. I think sapphires, maybe. Some of them are sitting on some of the desk, and they are the source of that ghostly blue glow.
He's gonna point at it and like holler at the mage and the magic people and be like, "Blue rock!"
He's probably
What?
like all over this too because of the whole necromancy thing, and wanting to like do the
Well-
skeleton sailor crew and all that shit.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's where it's good that I'm here and not Lester, because Lester, out of Tameki character, be like, I want to fucking raise the dead. Like, we gotta rein him in. He's not Gudos.
This looks like a book here. I wonder if he could read it. He can read some weird language, can he? Didn't he read
let's-
something? He
let's
read something
see.
obtuse once. It's
Infernal.
like-
Infernal.
Yeah.
Infernal is what he can read.
He starts going through the pages, yeah.
He can read some of it. It seems to be a lot of. It's a book of various small necromantic rituals. Nothing to do with raising the dead, as it seems, but like I said before, speaking with dead, preserving a corpse. There are even some things about how to cleanse necromantic corruption in here as well.
He shouts back to the people who would know what that means.
Various things with the lifting of curses and
What's the title of this book?
it seems to be, let's see. It's an academic book, so it's probably got a long, obtuse name.
Mm-hmm. But definitely like
Obtuse
a
River Goose.
like a textbook.
Yes.
Okay, so something you would get here if you studied
Yes.
necromancy.
So it's not like a grimoire kind of thing. It's like a book that you have to pay like an arm and a leg to get.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it is. Yeah, it's not. It's not a spell book by any
Gotcha.
means. It is a educational depictions of various rituals and their uses and what's required for them, but not necessarily going into deep detail on how to actually perform the rituals. That's kind of outside of its scope.
Maybe like a first year book.
Perhaps.
Well,
Yeah.
In which
speak
case-
for Tameki, he probably would want it.
in which case, we will.
To make you put it in his pants.
Fits in his pants. Wow. Is there anything of note over on whoopsies on this table?
There looks to be a number of implements. Some of them you recognize, like mortar and pestle. Some of which seem just to be bowls to hold various ingredients and things. So, like alchemical type supplies mainly. But there is a small collection of those fancy ritualistic knives.
Ooh. And then over here, is there anything of note?
This seems to be where students would go to perform some of their own rituals. It is a somewhat smaller form of the desk in the center.
Oh, okay. Is there anything of note underneath the second floor area?
It seems that in the back there are various rooms for storage.
It's almost like we're on the set of The Weakest Link.
Yeah, I suppose. And then up here.
Okay.
This is basically like a study area, right?
Study area, observation deck, lounge. Something like that. It's very nice.
Okay. Okay.
When we entered the hall, this area here, was this an opening or was this a wall?
It is a wall. It is a dead end.
Okay.
It does not appear that the classroom down here connects with the vault.
Could I make out what this is from where I'm standing? It's like a fountain.
Yeah, it looks to be like a wash basin of sorts.
And these entities behind here.
A couple of bookshelves with various academic text upon them. The thing in front of you appears to be some sort of odd display case. Inside there are numbers of bones, skulls, things of that nature. The thing kind of in between you and Ember appears to be a large safe of some kind.
Take a look at it.
It's rather plain. It's finely made, but not decorative, really. It is sealed shut.
I click the wand.
Nothing happens.
I tap it with the wand.
Nothing happens.
I give it the people's elbow.
Your elbow hurts.
Um,
It's made of iron. It's kind of tough.
can I lockpick it?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
It is a safe, so it has one of the kind of like, it's almost like a combination lock.
I gotcha. I'm gonna do that again because my whatever.
Yeah, you are tired. Oh,
Okay.
Same thing. Okay. You begin to work your magic, listening very closely for the various clicks and things to let you know if you're making progress or not. Takes you several minutes. But then something heavy inside seems to shunk. And the door kind of slightly opens up.
Oh, just slightly.
Mm-hmm.
I open it up and I kind of Vanna White it like, there you go.
Okay. As you open the safe, there is a hissing sound. And you see a gas begin to pour out of the safe. However, the effects of the dome seem to act upon it. And there's a small cloud of this, like, wispy greenish smoke around the safe, but it is now suspended. Except
Oh,
in
that's
cases where you're around it, where it kind of coalesces and moves around you a bit.
Interesting.
You've activated something, but the dome is still active, so it's doesn't activate fully. You're not quite sure what it is.
Is there anything inside besides the smoke?
There is a stack of papers within, along with a satchel.
Yeah, we want that.
Well,
Well, what?
never mind. I don't witness them opening the safe.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't grab it with my hands. Hey, Ember, you want to
Yes.
grab this with your mage hand? Just in case.
I can
Smoke and
definitely-
whatnot.
I can definitely do that. I just figure everything here is necrotic. Don't breathe anything.
Yeah, I gestured to the cloud of like, I don't know what this is.
Can I mage hand whatever's in there out of there?
You can.
I would like to do so.
Okay. You bring out the stack of papers and the satchel. The rest of the safe is left empty.
Can I shut the safe?
You go to shut it, and it closes, but as soon as you stop applying pressure, it just slightly opens up again.
Can I put a chair in front of it? Like, but
You
like,
move Mortarian's desk chair over and set it in front of the safe. Perhaps that will help whatever was spilling out of it.
I tried. I walk away. I want to see what's in the satchel. What's in the satchel?
Is this supposed to be like light coming in through windows?
No, I think it's a quirk of the map. Because you can't actually do this in Dungeon Alchemist, where you have like a raised section here. The guy who made this map basically took blank tiles and finagled it in such a way where he could raise it, so it looks like a second floor, but there's still stuff underneath it. You can't really
Yeah, I
see
see.
because of the second floor. And that stuff underneath it still has still casts shadows and everything, and that's what that is. It's just a weird the way the lighting is working with the stuff underneath, because this stuff up here technically doesn't exist.
Oh, I was wondering why that looked a little dope.
Yeah,
Ish.
it's really cool, and I'll have to really figure out how he did it so I can replicate it in the future. Which is why I found this, and I was like, well, I'm not making anything as good as this, so I just grabbed it.
Nice.
I could see the group sort of congregating over by the desk.
Yeah, and you can see the plume of greenish wispy smoke just kind of frozen in place over there. Right. Are you going through the satchel or the papers first?
Yes. I'm going through the satchel.
Okay.
Loot
Those goodies.
goblin.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. In the satchel, you find as soon as this page loads here.
This pake.
inside, you find some coins, totaling up to about, let's see, about 33 copper pieces, 15 silver, 5 gold, and 2 platinum pieces.
Don't mind if I do.
You also find, kind of wrapped in linens, what appears to be a fossil of sorts. Like a stone he had found somewhere, opened it up, and he could see maybe the remnants of a shell on the inside, and he had put that into his pack.
Was he trying to resurrect dinosaurs? What was he doing?
Tell for one more time. What was the contents inside of it?
Let's see. 33 copper, 10 silver, 5 gold, 2 platinum, I think is what was in there.
Teacher salary.
Yeah. Alright, I got it. It is in the group funds.
Thank you.
Because I whittled it.
Inside are also several vials that when you pull them out, you see the very distinctive signs of Magebane in that weird, particly dusty form.
So he had access to this. All right, what's in the papers now?
Looking through the papers, you find that most of this are the ripped out pages from the journal you had found in his home that led you to the mine, the old abandoned mine where you found the Magebane. It details the trip, details they're going into the mine, fighting through some interesting spiders that you recognize as probably being those phase spiders that you yourselves fought and killed. And that as his expedition went deeper and deeper into the mines, they began to find the Magebane. So they decided to see if they could go as far down as they could. And he details caverns that seem to be separating apart around large clusters of this substance, as if it was being... And here you can tell that he didn't quite have the words to describe it, but in the words that he uses, it's like Earth itself was being torn asunder and just void filling the spaces in between. Whatever that means. But perhaps even more upsetting than that is the fact that he found some sort of laboratory at the bottom of this mine.
Eesh.
And he details that here his group had to become very careful, as they were not alone down there. There appeared to be strange, mechanical-looking creatures working down there, collecting the Mage Bane and bringing it into this laboratory-like structure for some purpose. It's there that the notes abruptly cut off. Until on another scrap of paper that's not from the journal, a hastily written letter that appears to end halfway through. Like he never finished it.
Huh.
Detailing, it's written specifically to one to one Atticus Wendell Soul.
What?
In a hurried hand, he writes, Atticus, would not write you if I had any other choice, but I found something deeply distressing. Cannot take this to the head of the Arcanium. Needs to go higher than this. You're the only one I know of who may have some idea of what this is capable of. I am bringing, and then that is where the letter stops. As if he was interrupted.
Mm. And that something wasn't in the bag, was it?
They were found together, but it's impossible to say since the man himself is dead.
I mean, a best guess is that the only thing that's, odd out of this is the fossil thingy.
The fossil seems more like just a passing interest of his that he picked up somewhere along the way during his expedition.
A little bit of lore, very nice. Get some money out of it too. Very good.
Now I'm worried that my father might have killed him. Or something. Like that. I also don't know why he trusted him. I don't know their relationship. But that's what that sounds like.
And your father does what's his shtick again? Is it goods, right? All types of goods.
The magic. Triple E.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Magical items and services. Your father was the magical brains behind the operation. Your mother was the business brains.
He chose to trust the wrong person. Might have gotten him killed.
Let's keep a hold of it. But,
Yes, definitely.
Arden's
uh,
definitely going to want to hear about that.
yeah.
Yep.
And
And-
Ekrom. I mean, we have the motive now.
Yeah. Anything else of note in this room?
I mean, plenty of things if you're keen on studying necromancy, but beyond that.
And then this way down here, Does that lead on?
It's a dead end.
Oh, it's a dead end. Oh shit.
Get it? Necromancy.
Mhm.
Dead.
Yeah.
Pun
Ha,
intended.
ha, 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 That's pretty funny.
But
I think, yeah, if we have everything we need from this room, which is the stuff from the safe, probably, we could probably go back.
well, I was hoping that this would lead us to the tunnels, but
I mean, we could try placing that fossil upon the pedestal in the center of the room, but I don't think I'll like it.
I look at Temeki. I
Tamaki
look
goes,
back at
"Do it,
Sergeant
do it,
Peppers. Yeah, I look back
do
at
it."
Sergeant Peppers. It's like, do you want to do it? Because he'll do it.
I
Temeki
choose
does
not
it.
to.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
shit,
I was faster. Temeki
you
does
were
it.
faster.
Tameki takes the fossil, places it gingerly on the center of the slab there. But nothing happens.
Man, with the music changed and everything.
See, you guys, it's just a rock.
Oh well, maybe for another
Temeki
time it
says.
might prove useful. I place it in the locket. And head on back.
Okay. So you leave Mortarian's classroom, the small cloud of greenish mist still hovering over the safe and desk. And you make your way back up the stairs.
Still take the rear.
Uh, I'd like to go through his desk, just if there's anything else
Okay.
that might stand out after reading those papers.
They appear to be lesson plans and notes that he's received, all of them dated several weeks back before his expedition, before he turned up dead. Just general day-to-day professor things.
Well,
It doesn't have like any other like weird shrines or cabinets.
He does have one.
Weird
Look at the
cabinet?
shrine.
Okay. Inside, you see what appears to be a decrepit, half-decayed hand. And this one does actually have a small plaque that reads, "The Hand of Vecna." And
What
then
the
in smaller letters, in parentheses, obviously fake.
Mm,
oh.
That'll be the first one. That's like a cute gag gift to give to a necromancy teacher.
Yeah.
Wow, that is actually a really nice gift. Huh. Had to hand it to him.
He
Aha.
wasn't.
Wow.
I'm sure he wasn't that lonely.
Oh no. Anyway,
Tap the wand.
the door unlocks.
Actually, one more thing. This deer head, is this actually in his room?
Yeah.
Is it? I touch it.
It is a decently well taxidermied head. It's, yeah. There are no plaques to signify where it may have come from or anything.
I whispered to Daenerys, I thought it would animate. Don't tell anyone.
Like we do that dumb fish song.
Yeah.
Oh my
My
God.
God.
The hawking bass thing. Yeah.
Perhaps it would, but again, you're in a dome of anti-magic.
That's why I touched it.
No.
Hopefully, I don't know. But I guess not.
Quest complete.
Kind of, yeah. You explored Mortarian's classroom. You found out more information about what his deal is.
I'd really like to find the entrance to the thing.
Well,
If we look for the hobbits in Isengard.
maybe we can begin exploring the. Let's see.
Because it's all in this building, correct? Like, or the rumor is that it's in the building.
That's the rumor.
Can I take another look around, like, the desks and stuff? See if there's, like, a lever
Sure,
or something?
sure. Make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Would
That's with disadvantage right there.
would a crazy whack job who studies necromancy put the secret lair underneath their classroom?
Yes.
Found a set of teleporters.
Well, we did.
Teleporters.
We didn't even think about maybe that teleport, but if it's magic based, it won't. But if we touch it, oh. But what if we get
If it's if we're in the
teleported
field
somewhere
of it,
else?
well, I mean, I don't know if it's a one-way thing.
True.
Is
And we also go ahead, Rhea.
is this empty? The
The
corpse of the thing still here?
Nope, it is gone.
Okay.
Fuck.
There are still signs of your battle, scrapes and things on the ground, but the body of the mechanical creature itself is gone.
Just thought I'd point that out.
Yep. Dare you step into appears to be a smaller office.
I investigate the table.
Is this like the front entrance to the? Oh no, it's not.
This appears to be
Yeah,
more
no.
of like just a small workroom, or maybe a vacant office that has just been communally used.
Is there a plaque outside of it?
There's a place for one to go, but it's empty.
I make my way to this one.
Mhm.
And is there a plaque outside this one?
That one says. Let me find it again. Oh wow, I didn't realize how many posts have been made in in the channel since we started. Dean of Student Affairs, Grimble Thibblewhack.
Oh, so this one leads into the room.
Above us that we explored before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the room is like L-shaped. I see.
Yes.
So
Which I don't believe you explored that room, so you could go in and take a look around if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'd like to go in. Just to.
wasn't the admin office supposed to be like up here?
This is effectively the admin office.
And we didn't find any keys? Damn.
Nope.
And
Did I
this
find
is where
anything in
see-
my investigation over here?
Looking around, you do not find anything, sadly.
Okay. And move on.
So these were runes inscribed on these pedestals,
Mm-hmm.
and it was believed that they were teleportation
Yep.
runes.
Ember can confirm that they appear to be set up as permanent teleportation circles.
Ember, why do you think the Dean of Student Affairs would need teleportation devices?
Probably for quick transportation to wherever those circles go to, back and forth.
Yeah, I've gathered that. I just meant like
I don't know.
Ember, could we
specifically where would the dean
Okay.
need to go quickly out of all the places?
Probably to his
Where-
benefactors, the people who pay for the school.
I mean, would that be information that I know from previous deans?
I mean, you might be able to guess that it maybe goes to other places around the campus. So, okay, the way teleportation works is you create a teleportation. You can teleport from anywhere, right? But you need to know where you're going. You need to be at least passably familiar with it, in which case it's kind of risky to teleport. Or if a permanent teleportation circle has been created, you can know exactly where to go. So technically, you can teleport anywhere. But these teleportation circles were set here so that other people or himself could teleport back to this location much easier.
See, so these are return points.
They are
I
specified
guess-
places for teleportation travel. They basically form a network.
I see. So this is unlike the magic used for Baldwin's door then. Because we didn't understand where we were going before we went in it.
Yes,
Correct.
correct. It is not necessarily one way.
I see. But I guess Baldwin's door isn't like a teleport, it's more maybe like a wormhole.
Kind of, yeah. It is technically
I see.
teleportation magic, but it you can kind of think of it as an actual fixed teleportation network, where it only goes
Okay.
wherever it was activated to the hub, and then the hub back to wherever it was activated, and that is it.
Is this a carpet?
It is.
Can I lift it?
You grab a hold of the carpet and move it to the side. Underneath, there is an odd hexagonal pattern in the floor.
Fucking
Oh,
knew it.
snap.
That's suspicious.
In the center of this hexagonal pattern, there is a circular metallic structure, like a pole that maybe runs through the center of it. But it is that same ironwork that is used in the locket and in Professor Mortarian's door handle.
I will call over Sergeant Peppers. Sir, this is very suspicious.
Alright, yes, I see what the deal is here. Click.
You tap on the metallic part with Mortarian's key, but nothing happens.
Cool.
Because the Dean and the Mortarian are two different people. It looks like it uses a different wand as the key.
It is similar concept, but it is a different key.
Crap. And I already looked through the desk and there was no other keys, but I didn't look for a specific his key.
We would just have to know where the Dean's body is. He probably has it on him.
That's what I'm thinking too.
There's no like suspicious paintings. Like, is this a painting?
It is a painting. No, nothing strange.
Okay. Well, at least now we know that that is here.
True.
Should cover it back up for now.
If you wish.
No.
Yeah.
So do we want to take a look at Mortarian's classroom again? Or do we want to explore elsewhere? I'm pretty sure we got everything that we were looking for in the lab. But I could be wrong. It's up to y'all.
And you said that the hallway was like a dead end, right? That was what you found was a dead end?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I ask one more thing about these locks? Are they like considered magical locks?
They are.
Can I use a spell that I have? Can I use knock?
You can try knock. Hang on, let me read knock.
Knock, knock. I close the door. I open the door. I close the door again. All to fill up time while he reads.
Stop it. Don't do it.
Okay.
I
Ah!
open the door. Hold on a second. Wait.
Chemeki's on the other side, just like
Yeah.
losing his mind over this.
He opened the door up to them again.
Open the door again.
Hold up. I gotta touch Temeki. Oh, God.
Vibe boom.
All right, I'm gonna close it now. Ready?
It's funny that you do that because the knock spell is also audible as far away as 300 feet.
Yeah.
So, so a loud knocking sound occurs as Ember uses the lock spell, or the knock spell rather.
Chemeki gets scared.
Oh my God.
There is a slight flash of light, and you begin to see the hexagonal pattern on the floor begins to open up in triangular segments, revealing a staircase leading downwards.
Magical lockpick. I like it.
Mm-hmm. I will say that we probably have 10 minutes. Okay, because we don't have the key. I guess I could use the spell again, but just if we go down there, we go down
Well-
and back up with haste.
Alright. Well, I'm pretty sure when we move away from it, it will stop moving.
Oh yeah,
That's a good.
that's
That's using your brain.
mm,
Pretty. I was trying to think of a P word. Crap.
Poggers.
pretty-
Yeah,
Pretty poggers.
Janira,
Sergeant Pepper.
Hi.
as all of this is going on and their attention is focused on the opening passageway leading down, you catch some movement out of your periphery, and you see several figures moving outside past the window here.
Like on the same floor as us.
Yes.
Hey, I think we might have company soon.
Get it.
Okay, we go
Get-
down.
Get it.
Can
Everybody-
we lock the door, or can we lock this door?
It has a
Becky pulls a couch in front of the door.
that works. It has a mundane lock on it. Okay.
Okay.
Doing that real
For one
quickly,
more
the
good
rest of
measure,
you
she throws another thing over there too.
the rest of you pile in, and as you begin to descend the stairway, you can hear what appears to be the sound of breaking wood above you.
Think of
They're
mad
freaking in
soon.
the door.
Okay. Can we like do it so we cover up where we went down?
Like the carpet, the rug.
Yeah.
Pull it back over?
It would be very difficult to pull the rug back over without someone staying behind. In fact, it would be impossible to do so without someone staying behind.
Whatever, man. I pizza toss it and so it floats up, and I just run down the stairs.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
I have my familiar that's a rat. I'm
Okay.
gonna leave it up here. And then I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to pull the carpet over us.
Hell
'cause I can
yeah,
see
that's
through
using your
my
noggin.
familiar. Well, does that work?
Wizard shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now, figure that out while other wizard shit's going on, and how would
Yeah.
that interact?
What do you mean?
My dear sorcerer, wizard, spellcaster. On what part of your familiar is the mage bane?
Well, I mean, it's like 30 seconds, right?
So you wish to use your familiar as a frozen sentry.
Yes.
You better hope they don't blink.
How what how many pounds of weight can your mage hand carry?
I
Either
think it's
5
10.
or
10.
10.
Mine is 10.
The rug is too heavy for your mage hand.
What about 2 mage hands?
Oh my god.
If you can cast 2 mage hands and still be able to use it without being in direct sight of it, then that would work.
You did.
I could have a spectral moth assist.
But you can also use mage hand through the eyes of your familiar.
Well, I don't have a familiar, but it
Yeah.
doesn't mention. Let me see.
My mage hand will just hold your mage hand and then we'll fucking grab the carpet together.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it implies their sight, but it doesn't necessarily mention.
I'm going to say in this case, that's probably stretching the rules a bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, they saw us, like, obviously. Like, all we're doing is.
Oh yeah, they know you're in here.
Yeah.
100%.
Like,
I look at my
What-
familiar, I'm like, I wasn't gonna sacrifice you, it's fine, don't worry about it.
they're gonna open the door and see the rug, everything's nice and neat, and they're like, "Oh, it's just the wind, just the wind making this loud ass fucking noise."
And that killed a bunch of
Yeah,
guards outside. And then the
Yeah,
collector
and they-
we sent here to guard the place. Must have been the wind that did all that.
But yeah, I guess we'll just make our way down.
The wind
Uh,
that shouldn't be blowing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Question: can I place traps?
Only a question of time.
Yeah. Which that you do not
Gotcha.
have much. I mean, if you have some caltrops, you could probably throw those down.
I don't think I have any of that on me unless it's in my bag. I
How?
have thieves' tools and tinkerer's tools.
Well,
If given time, you could certainly fashion something. But
I don't have time
don't
though.
really have time. Okay.
I will make note of that later.
All of this decision
Okay.
making happens within the 10-minute timer of the knock spell, and as you descend into the darkness, closing the hatch behind you as you go. Again,
Yeah,
the
we did
sounds
that.
of breaking wood above you as you
We did
begin
that.
to descend.
We did all that in 10 minutes. We're fast talkers.
All right, well, no other way but down.
Just like the stairway down into Mortarian's classroom, this seems to be darkened until you reach the bottom, and at which point there is very infrequent light. And as you get down to the bottom, you see a very long, dimly lit hallway stretching for quite a while.
We go down it.
Like some Silent Hill
Cautiously.
shit.
I
Yeah.
know, cautiously go down it.
Okay. You begin walking down the hallway. The hallway itself is unremarkable. Seems to be made of stone down here. But no decor is in place down here. It's not really meant for people to be here for long periods of time. So you walk, pass by a light, walk in darkness for a bit, walk past another light, walk through some darkness for a bit, walk past another light.
It's a lot of nostalgia.
Is the floor like dirt?
It's stone.
I'd like to remove an arrow and place it on the ground.
Okay. Just kind of shove it in between cracks in the stone.
Yeah, or even just like lie it somewhere.
Okay. You lay it down, continue to walk. A short time later, you run across it again.
Fuck.
Assuming you guys knows what this means.
It's a trap.
Why is this song in this playlist? I ask that every time.
Sure what to do about a what do you call it? Infinite hallway. It's not my expertise. Magic shit.
Speaking of magic shit, you all, strangely, don't feel that weird, unsettling feeling of being in the dome down here.
Oh.
Right, because the door ended up closing behind us.
I mean, that hasn't stopped it from working in rooms with closed doors. So thus far.
Are we maybe
You
like
don't think you've
outside
gone
of-
you don't think you've gone down far enough to be outside of the range, considering Mortarian's classroom was still apparently in range.
Maybe we're closer to the device. Because the closer the device, maybe it doesn't
like
affect
an eye
it.
of the
Like, because we have the
kind of thing?
Mage Bane, right? When things are closer to the Mage Bane on us, things go back to normal. Maybe it has like a large radius and like an eye of the storm, exactly.
So I begin to kind of like feel the walls for any specific well, actually, looking up, how tall is this hall that we're walking in?
It's maybe about 10 feet. Standard size.
Okay. Is the walls for like a cobblestone kind of thing, or is it more like a smooth, evenly placed stone?
It's smooth. Yeah, this is stone work down here, not raw stone.
Yeah. Can I attempt to like feel around for something that seems out of place
Sure.
on the walls?
Am I able to see all the way down to the end of the hallway, or is it just darkness?
You look down the hallway and you just see dim light, another source of dim light, another source of dim light, just repeating over and over and over again. It almost
And
seems
turning
like
around.
it goes infinitely. You turn around and look behind you for the first time, and the stairs are there, leading up.
No. It's like Nintendo 64 Mario.
Can I begin walking backwards away from the staircase?
Okay. You face the staircase, begin walking backwards. Until your back bumps up against something solid.
Oh?
How
And
far am I away from the group?
Maybe about 20 feet.
Okay, go ahead.
As you bump into it, the rest of you can see that instead of, it still looks like there is an infinite hallway, but now that he has stopped kind of moving backwards, you can move up and see that it's not an infinite hallway, it's a reflection. You are now standing in front of a large mirror.
Are we able to touch the mirror?
Can. It is cold to the touch.
Can I attempt to pass through the mirror? Or is it solid?
You touch the mirror, and at first it seems solid, but if you apply more than just cursory force, your hand begins to sink into the mirror.
Oh.
But you don't
Does it
see it
sink?
as it breaches the surface of this. Once your hand goes in, there is a pool, and you feel yourself being drawn into the mirror. Physically.
I rush in after him.
It doesn't happen all at once. It's slow unless you allow it to, and, push yourself forward through it.
Pull your hand out real quick. How hard is it to pull it out?
Yeah, can I attempt to step away from the mirror?
You cannot.
Oh, fuck.
You are being drawn
Um,
in, and you cannot retract yourself now.
I'd like to run up to him really fast and take the rope that I have and tie it on his other arm.
Okay, you quickly tying the rope as he's beginning to be pulled in. Kidan, are you going along with this, or are you trying to keep yourself out on this side of the mirror as much as possible?
I'll try to keep myself away for now.
Okay. It begins to pull, and you have to turn your face so you can still look at your companions, and you realize now that where the stairway was, not 30 feet away, it's an empty wall.
Oh, shit.
So
Behind us is an empty wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to grab the rope that Chimera is handing me, or trying to tie against me, and tell Peppers to turn around.
Do I also see the blank wall?
You also see the blank wall.
If I tug on the rope that's connected to him, does it show any resistance, or is it's still stuck? Like he's still stuck.
He appears to be stuck. You're just pulling on his free arm.
Oh shit.
I'll Chimera link with me in case
Okay.
something happens. We could still communicate.
I do so.
Okay. What is the
Try to-
specifics on your link?
It is it's like 100 feet or something. Or a mile. Hold on, let me get the specifics. I need to save it. I think I probably did. Oh, hold on. Uno momento. Yeah, 1 mile.
One mile. Okay. Kidan, at this point, you can no longer keep your head out of the mirror. And it slowly begins to envelop you. Until
Try
you
to
are...
squeeze.
Go ahead.
I'll try to say, if you don't hear from me in a minute, you might have to follow me.
I nod.
It's the last thing you hear
No.
from Kidan before the rest of his head is slowly encased into the mirror. And
I
is
let go of the rope.
Okay. For long, any bit of Kidan's body that was still struggling to maintain purchase on this side is gone. Kidan,
Can I reach out?
now fully submerged within the mirror, there is nothing. There is no light. There is no heat or warmth of any kind. It is pitch black. It is deafeningly silent. And even if you try to open your mouth to speak something into this void, there is no sound.
Does it seem like there is, like, feeling around me? Am I still encased in some kind of force, or is there? It's like an open area.
You feel like you can move your body, but it's almost like you're in a very tight space. There is pressure around you.
I'll attempt to speak to Chimera and just say, I can't explain this.
Okay.
Do I hear him?
Kidan, you send a message, but you don't receive any reply. So you can't be certain that your message got there in the first place. And this seems to last forever.
Can I
Yes.
attempt to cast Primeval Awareness again?
You cast the ability, and nothing returns. And just
Do I
at
have a
the...
sense of-
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, do I have a sense of how long I've been suspended in this state?
You can't be sure. It can't be any more than maybe a minute or two, but it feels like longer. Just everything pressing in on you, that constant pressure, the deafening silence. And just at the point where you feel like this might be it. This might be your fate. You are thrust out and into a small stone chamber with light hanging above you. It's dim light, but it's light. And you feel like you can finally breathe again. And you can hear the sound of your breath. You're on the other side of whatever that mirror was. You turn back and you look at the mirror. And even though it should reflect you or something else, it is like a matte black color.
Can I attempt to call out to Chimera again?
You call out. What did you say?
Just say, can you hear me now? I think I'm okay.
Chimera, back on your side of the mirror. The rest of you wait for maybe about 5 minutes. And then finally, you hear that message from Kidan.
Oh shit. 5 minutes? That is terrifying. Um, what do you see? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I can't explain what happened. If no one's attempted to follow me just yet, I wouldn't. Let me try to get you some more information.
Okay. I relay it to the group.
Okay?
Is this
How
like,
large? Go ahead.
sorry. Is this similar to the whole hazing thing with the dorms?
It seems
I-
very similar.
I think this is like the dean's private like anti-feeling chamber, like the ones where like it's like room temperature, it's dark, you can't feel anything, you basically float.
A Joe Rogan thing, like
Is it?
isolation chamber.
Yeah, it's like an isolation chamber.
Yeah, he owns one, I think.
That
Man,
that made me. There's an episode of like Community where, Glover's character ends up working at like this like air conditioning place. And they go into a room and it's like this big old thing and the veteran is like, "Do you feel that?" "Yeah, it feels so good. What is this?" "This is the room temperature room." When people say room temperature, they're talking about this right now. Anyway,
Yeah. How large is this room that I'm in?
it's maybe about 10 by 15 feet. Not large at all. You could cram everybody in here if you needed to, but and there's a
Closet area.
kind of, but there's nothing stored in here except for this mirror. There's a simple wooden door ahead of you.
Is there a plaque outside of it?
There is no plaque on this one, sadly.
Is there any rug on the floor? Like any kind of decor at all, or is this just like a stone room with a door?
This one is just a plain stone room with a door. Much like the tunnel you came from originally. And just the small dim lighting, it's like a small ceiling light hanging off of a chain that's seems to be magical. Because there's no flickering flame.
Can I go back toward the mirror?
You make your
using
way.
the same. Go ahead.
Then you make your way back to the mirror and you put your hand up on the glass. Again, it's cold to the touch. And you try to push forward, but it resists you. You do not get sucked back into the mirror.
I'll let Chimera know that it seems like the mirror is one way. I can't return. There's a small room that we might all be able to cram ourselves in, and there's a door that I haven't attempted to open yet. The as far as the effects of the magic dome, do I not feel those here either?
Not here, no.
Okay. Can I try to cast primeval awareness again?
Okay. You extend your senses out, searching for anything, and nothing returns.
Um,
I go ahead
what's on the
and
other
like,
side of the door?
I can open it now.
Yeah, open it, and if we need to come in after you, then we will. Or at
Okay.
least I will.
I don't think there's any way back, so I think they're always forward.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll say that I don't know how long it was that we lost communication, but it's going to be a very unsettling feeling if you have to come after me. So just be prepared. And I think that the more you fight against it, the longer it may feel.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
I'll
open
give a
the
heads
door
up
now.
to everybody.
Okay. As they begin
So
to
I'll
make
walk-
their trip through the mirror. Kidan.
Well, I was gonna say have Kedan open the door first and see what is on the other side of that, and then if it's like, okay, there's just not a magic door to open up to like, like Kedan went through the trip and he's like, oh, and then all of a sudden a magic door opens, sort of situation, then we'll have to go through.
Okay. You open the door, Kidan. and it leads to another tunnel. But in the distance, you can hear maybe the sound. Well, no. Never mind. You open the door, and there's a tunnel. You immediately are hit with the smell of dampness. Like there is water down here. Do you step out into this further tunnel?
I'll take a step into the doorway and then send a message to Chimera saying this seems like we're leading deep underground. I could smell moisture in the air.
I'm going to relay the information and ask everybody who's ready to go through a unsettling mirror.
I am.
Go.
I'm like, okay, and I immediately just go right through it. I don't fight it.
Okay. You press in.
Do I know? Well, I guess do I know that they're coming?
Yeah, I let you know. I'm coming in.
Okay, then I'll just wait.
Okay. You wait. You take a step outside of that door, and you feel once again like you're back under the dome.
Okay.
And you realize just how unsettling it is after being in it for a while and then leaving it and now coming back. It's unnatural.
It's like leaving the pool and walking back in.
The rest of you press forward and endure the same 5-minute long journey through pitch black nothingness. Even if you were to go in hand, you do not feel anyone else around you. You are completely isolated. After what feels to you like hours, you all stumble out one by one on the other end of the mirror into the room where you see Kedon ahead of you, door open, kind of already 1 foot out, just kind of keeping an eye on things.
When I come through the mirror and see Dan, I'm gonna be like, was that about 5 minutes to you?
It would have been about 5 minutes since her last communication with you.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, that sucked.
Seemed like an eternity without companionship.
Sergeant
Don't
Pepper's
mention I said that.
like cracks his neck. Just, I haven't felt this good in years.
If you imagined what death felt like, that's probably what it would be.
That was fun, sister. We should go again. I agree.
Right. Now have the tunnel ahead of you, and you all can smell that same hint of moisture in the air. Dampness.
I'm gonna say moist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on to the next weird magic shit. Well, never mind. As I step through the door, no magic here.
Yeah, as you step through the door and feel the effects of the dome once again settle around you.
It hits me in the face of like the unsettling. It's like, ugh, never mind. I missed the magic. Shit, put me back in the dark hole.
The strange thing is, this feels similar, though not quite as severe as traveling through the mirror. weird sense of pressure, that weird dampening of things around you. But anyway,
Fun.
you walk out into the small tunnel, which then opens up into a much larger tunnel, kind of running perpendicular to where you're exiting from. You are in what appears to be some sort of water system, either sewage or something. You're not sure, but it is a wide tunnel, maybe about 25 to 30 feet across, and in the center there is a channel where water that would normally be moving through here is frozen in time.
From the direction that we came in, can I deduce where, like, so on our map, we would know that the center would be like south, essentially, towards the middle. Would I know which direction we possibly need to go to start going that direction?
From here, with going down the tunnel through the mirror, you have no idea.
I figured so. There's a shot in the dark, Lamau.
But the tunnel splits off either left or right.
Do they look the same? Like dark, non-lit tunnel?
To your right, it seems to continue straight on for a bit. But to your left, it quickly makes a right turn, curving around so you cannot see past that curve. Also, you notice that to your right appears to be slightly downhill. The tunnel descends a bit, whereas to the left seems to be moving upwards a bit.
Okay. Well,
So we place a marker, pick a direction, and go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking
could
we
take
should
another
just
arrow.
take a shot in the dark, put our tracks behind us.
I'd like to take the arrow and point it toward the direction that seems to lead up, but then suggest that we go down.
I also feel like we should go down as well.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's any
Oh yeah.
objections.
No
I'm gonna start
objections.
I'm gonna start heading that way.
You begin making your way down. So, taking a right out of the tunnel that you came from.
Mhm.
It continues downwards for quite a ways before it eventually also turns to your right at this point. Where it continues further down a little bit more until you come across a circular room with all sorts of piping rising up out of. So basically, the channel of water runs into the center of this room, which is a large pit. And then up from out of that pit seems to be several pipes. And there's walkways around the edge. So you could circle around and then get back, moving backwards from the way you came, but now on the opposite side of the channel. But this room seems to be where a lot of this piping is maintained.
And the bottom is just all pipes.
The water seems to go into this reservoir, and it's difficult to tell because the water is filled up, and there's very dim lighting in here, so you can't really see into the water all that much. But those pipes kind of rise up out of the water and presumably carry that water upwards somehow.
Okay.
Are the pipes cold to the touch, or are they within reach?
Mm-hmm. They're within reach. You could touch a few of them. Most of them are relatively small, but there is one central one that rises up from the middle that is maybe 2-3 feet in diameter.
Is it cold?
It is cool, not cold like the mirror was, but it is cool to the touch.
Okay.
From running water, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe the other way?
You head back the other way, moving uphill now. And
out of breath. No, I'm just kidding.
You pass where the arrow was left to mark your passageway, but the tunnel that leads back to the room with the mirror is no longer there. Just smooth wall.
Magic shit, man. Well,
Well,
not much we can do other than keep going forward.
yeah, at least we seemingly aren't being followed.
True.
You begin making your way up along the canal until you enter a room where you can see it's circular in shape, and the water seems to be coming down from an opening in the ceiling of whatever this structure is. You can see you're actually several levels down, and you can see above you, hanging from these like balcony-like openings on floors above you, various vines and leaves. And through the opening at the very top, maybe 60, 70, 80 feet up in the air, you can see that amber light of the dome kind of pouring in. And the waterfall itself is frozen in time.
So it seems like this should be a passage back into the dean's office.
You're not sure where you are.
Oh, shall we take a peek outside?
There does appear to be a doorway to your left.
Into my right?
There are some shelves with various seems to be like various tools and things that are meant for maintaining the pipes down below.
Let's check out that door.
You open up the door and peer inside, and it is a simple staircase leading up.
Oh boy, and I'm assuming it's going to be the same lock again.
It is not the same staircase you went down in the dean's office. That one was rather ornate and it spiraled down. This one is just... It does spiral, but it's kind of a lazy spiral going up and around.
Oh man, lazy spirals.
Mm-hmm.
And at the top of the staircase,
Another door.
which opens to
It opens into what appears to be rows and rows of I don't know what the proper word for this is, but it's like a hydroponics lab in there. There are
Oh,
plants growing
Plants.
in rows.
And do they have like a feeding mechanism, a lighting mechanism?
Yeah, there's lighting in here for sure, and you can see various pipes kind of here and there that look like they may be activated to kind of do like that artificial rain thing that like Walmart does, you know, in the produce section,
Like a mister.
like a mister. Yeah.
Wait, so there's like plants and stuff down here?
Yes.
What they
Like
got?
weeds?
Wasn't
This
there
is
some sort of
underground weed farm? Is this?
well? Wasn't there some sort of garden on campus?
Indeed, there is.
I recall the garden.
There's the botanical gardens themselves, and this is also where students specifically studying alchemy and herbology would go to study.
Any cool plants?
Down here at this bottom level, how familiar would Ember say that she is with things of alchemical nature versus strictly arcane?
I do have an alchemy book that I've been practicing
Okay.
that got me.
So you recognize some of the herbs in here. Most of them are would be fairly common in other regions of the world, but since Sahur is a desert, this is probably the best place that they are grown in large amounts to be used for alchemical reagents or even medicinally for food.
Or freedom? Not really.
Yeah. Do any of them look similar to the one I attempted to grab in the desert that exploded?
Some of them do appear similar, yes.
He didn't stay as far as fuck away from those.
I wouldn't touch those.
The red flowers that you saw at the oasis.
I mean, if there are some rare flowers or flowers for like potions and stuff, I wouldn't mind grabbing a couple.
Okay.
Wow,
Better you than me.
your strongest potions.
What kind of potions would you be?
Healing. That's always good.
Stuff for healing?
If I can make those like growth potions, that'd be kind of cool.
Tameki likes that very much.
Yes.
You'll have to find a recipe for it. That's probably not something that you would find in a basic alchemy handbook.
What is like I guess I don't know what the alchemy book has per se that's like not basic poisons and I don't know, basic potions?
Let's see. It's probably going to be potions on the like common to maybe uncommon region.
Okay.
So I'd have to take a look through all of the potential items and see what you might find down here. Potion. So yeah, you could definitely find enough stuff to make some regular potions of healing. There's also a interesting segment in the book about making potions of climbing, which has you mostly picking up ingredients from vine-like plants, which there are plenty of in here as well. Those are the ones that are kind of spilling over the side and like hanging down below.
Okay. I will grab some of those and for the healing.
Okay. How much do you wish to take?
Side eyes the party. I mean, how
much they
do-
got?
Yeah, what?
They have a lot. They're growing a bunch of stuff down here on maybe not quite an industrial scale in like today's standards, but
Definitely professional.
professionally, yeah.
Would she be able to grab some of this and like grow it herself?
Perhaps.
And put some in the
In
the
her home?
base.
Yeah.
You could
You
certainly
could have
do
like
that.
a little plant area.
You'd really need someone who is good at that sort of thing back at home base. So it might be someone to look out for in the future to recruit to your cause. But as of right now, you could certainly take it and it will keep for a short while and still be usable in potion making at least.
It wouldn't fit in a locket, would it?
A lot of potion ingredients typically require them to be dried and ground. But if they're fresh, it's much easier to make them into more potent potions.
Well, good thing time doesn't exist right now in the dome. So
Yep.
that's one good thing.
We could literally make the most efficient refrigerator with this technology. But then again,
True.
that's how it came to be in the first place. Somebody had a crazy idea and suddenly it gets used for an evil plan.
Yeah,
Meh.
you want to make a sentient refrigerator, and all of a sudden they want to take a whole college hostage. Fuckers.
Damn.
A sentient refrigerator.
Yeah. I'm thinking of like Atomic Heart, like, or they're like masochistic and they flirt with you.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh. No.
Fucking Space Odyssey. I can't do that, Dave.
Yeah, Ember, I just say take a handful, as much as you want, as little as you want, and whatever feels good and you can put in your pocket.
Alright, I'll do that.
Okay.
And
Who
looking at
knows?
the- Okay.
Roll
I was
2d6.
gonna say, who knows? Maybe when we're done with this, they'll put your name on a plaque outside the wall.
Maybe. An alumni who came and heroically saved. Well, if you get that
These
far.
plants from the garden.
And only stole some things.
Some things.
Rifled
Also
through
took
professors'
property.
desks and defaced school
Yeah.
property.
What?
Okay. So you pick up enough to basically cover the ingredient side of the potion making process for 5 potions of healing.
Okay. And then I was looking at the potion magic items. Is there like specific plants for a love potion and also
Why a
Water
love
breathing.
potion?
because I saw it and I want it. Kind of want to make it. Think it'd
Girl,
be
you ain't got no
interesting.
problem with men falling in love with you.
But I can make the man's fall in love with another man's or something. You know, like
Oh my god.
You never know. Someone might need an extra bit of love, and push them
Yeah.
that way.
Well, there certainly are plants that would be included in such a potion. It wouldn't be all of the ingredients you would need, just like the potion of healing. You need other ingredients as well, but
Mhm.
the herb part of it Most likely does exist somewhere in this complex, but not on this level.
Okay. And then the water breathing also?
Water breathing. Similar. It probably has some of it. So, potion of water breathing probably has more like aquarium style things that go into it, like kelp
Okay.
for its herb component. So, probably not something they
Gillyweed.
have in this particular, at least not this particular part of the botanical gardens.
So that is where we are. We've definitely like distinguished that we must be.
In the botanical garden?
Most likely, it's the most logical place for what you're seeing and what's here.
Why would there be a secret corridor that leads through a mirror of death to the botanical gardens?
Talking about death.
Maybe
Oh,
it's
quite
like
nice.
a quick escape plan for the dean.
Or maybe the dean just likes to get with the botanist.
What?
It's a tunnel for their secret rendezvous at night.
Yeah.
In the
A
sewers?
secret tunnel through
And
the
the
death
dean's-
mirror.
So the dean's area was in the Hall of Magister, like right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
so we went like that.
I'll move the camera over as well so I can.
How did?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have somehow
I
gone
missed something.
from here down to here somewhere. Somewhere in this area.
And somewhere throughout that journey, we left the field and re-entered it.
Mm-hmm.
So either we were so deep that we were outside of the circumference, or we actually ended outside of the dome and walked back in. I think it's probably the first one, but
It's a possibility.
yeah.
But the mirror has an unsettling feeling, just like this does.
They are similar, but maybe not
Okay.
the same.
The same. Okay.
I would suggest, definitely someone wanted to keep this passage hidden for sure. Like, this wasn't just like an ease of access thing. Like,
No,
this
not
had
at
to
all.
be meant to like hide something.
But all we saw was just the watering and the pipes down there.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. That's what
Something.
that's what Keatan's like mulling over.
I know. I'm also like, what the fuck? We did not go through the mirror of death for just to find a fucking botanical garden. So
Why did Topher turn his webcam on?
Are we missing something? What's happening?
No, I'm just enjoying this.
oh god.
Confusion. We hurt ourselves in our confusion.
all
Farther
my
away from the objective.
all my well-laid plans are coming to fruition.
Okay, so we're below the botanical gardens, right? We're not, or are we in the actual gardens now?
You're in what appears to be some sort of like greenhouse kind of structure.
Is there a door to exit?
There is. On the other side of this circular room, there is another door that leads to the next level up.
Guess we keep going up.
Yeah, I'd like to just keep going, see where the path leads me.
Okay. You go up.
Is there anything I should like let them know about in the botanical gardens in terms of like security measures? Like, we haven't run into like school ground
Mm-hmm.
issues yet. It's always been the enemy. I just want to make sure I remind myself, like, and everyone, if there is stuff I should be aware about.
Make a history check.
Okay.
This isn't probably a place you spent a whole lot of time at.
Fuck.
11.
11.
You heard rumors about there being like, so the botanical gardens also has sort of a stables and almost like a zoo-ish kind of place in it as well. Not in the structure that you're in, but as part of the area as a whole. And there were rumors, probably unfounded, that the keepers let some of the more magical creatures out at night to dissuade students from wandering about too much at night.
Oh. I will let everyone know.
Probably not true, but that was the rumor on campus.
Oh.
Eh. We got beat up, or we got beat on by a chandelier mechanical spider.
Mm-hmm.
We're good.
Takes
Nervously
my place
laughs.
in the back of the line. Let's go.
But you move up, and the next floor appears to be the ground floor. You are you can see where that channel kind of comes in and now is falling down through the various levels below that you've already passed. And this area is less set up as like the hydroponic lab type of place, and more of kind of a gallery of various flora, the other one, the plant one. There's also a space that looks to be almost like a lecture hall of some description. A raised dais where someone can sit or stand, and below it and kind of situated around that raised dais is a number of benches and chairs and desks. On another side of the room is what appears to be a small alchemical workshop. Full of various tools, cauldrons, various vials and alembics and burners. Everything one might need to at least make basic potions.
Can I yoink some of it?
You
I feel
could.
like I'm just coming back to school to steal everything.
That's basically what's happened so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably take a more portable alchemist kit.
Cool.
So now, given the
That's
time
better.
and money, you could probably make something happen. Although, won't really work in the dome.
Guess the question is now, where to?
Where to, indeed.
Do we know what the last known location of the dean is?
No idea. There wasn't anything in his office that could specify where he might have been whenever this happened. And the dome's been present for a while too, so
Can we see if Balden's door works here? You know, Ikram and Caden aren't here,
mhm.
so we,
True.
it's just us. And I really think that Balden should know what they were doing with the Mage Bane. It seems to coincide with the Warforged in some way.
You know, based on your experiments, that if you set it down, it will work for 30 seconds, and then it will stop working.
So maybe not until the
Yeah.
next time we get out of the field.
Even if we like kept a hold of it, like one of us stayed behind and like it kept us on the like it's on our immediate person.
Basically, what you would have to do is open it, let some people go through, close it, and then open it again. But there's no way your communication method won't
Right.
reach that far. So you would have to decide somehow on how to coordinate that.
Music's getting tense again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that
Maybe-
same song.
Yeah. Maybe it's best that we wait until the next time we get a chance. But once we're out of the field, we should immediately do so. We're out of the field and we're safe. You know, maybe an update is in order.
Not a bad idea.
Maybe some other team, the information we have could be beneficial to them.
I nod.
So there wasn't like a calendar or itinerary of what the dean was doing. I guess we didn't really look for like a ledger or anything like that, did we?
Not as much. Just various letters of
Mm.
yeah, but again, those were all. You don't know exactly when the dome sprung up. So
Yeah,
even with
that's
that
the problem.
knowledge, it doesn't really help all that much.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
let's consider this. Like, obviously, the event happened, and we know from the student that was with her boyfriend or her significant other that they were with them and now they're gone. So there was definitely some movement that occurred, whether it was on their own accord or by some other means after this dome was created. So we can assume that the dean was either taken somewhere or he went somewhere willingly because he was able to after the fact. So, Ember, in the sense or in the case of emergencies, like while you were a student here, obviously there was some sort of plan or, contingency in the event of an emergency on school grounds. Where would people gather or where would people go?
I would know that information.
And the answer is that it depends.
Like, I would
Well-
assume, like, on a normal college campus, like, if you live in the dorms, like, there's a central meeting spot for everyone to, like, rally out into the dorms. Same as if you're in the classrooms, they'll meet up somewhere near the classrooms. I don't.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm suggesting that should be our next plan of attack. Like, let's start looking in those areas.
The general locations for people to gather for most reasons would be either the Starlight Square or the Rainbow Fountain. Those are kind of like the community squares. Sometimes Banquets are held in the banquet hall.
Guys, we have to go to the rainbow. The rainbow fountain. Got to.
You know that there are plenty of places within the dormitory infinitum that could be used as a meeting place. So considering it's like constantly shifting, if you know where to find things, you can typically get back to it. There are also sometimes small gatherings of people in the grand library for like study sessions.
In the sense of an emergency.
Well, in a sense,
Active murderer on campus.
Typically, in those situations, students would be encouraged to return to the dorms or to leave the campus if possible. If not, to seek shelter in the Hall of the Magister.
Okay. And considering we,
And there was
we
no
went to the hall,
kids there, yeah.
yeah. Maybe that's our next stop.
At least not on the
At the
first two
dormitory.
floors. You never explored the third
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah, we didn't explore anything in detail there. We found an emergency exit. So we could go back there and continue exploring, or we can make our way to the dormitory. I mean, and the likelihood of us finding students in the dormitory as well, like, it would be pretty high. Maybe class wasn't ongoing when this all started. Might find more people there.
I'm good
Those
with
are
either
just
plan.
my suggestions, though. Yeah, we can do whatever. I also think the rainbow fountain
Mhm.
sounds pretty nice.
Do.
I'd like to see it in its suspended glory. That might be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. But I feel like the dormitory infinium. I'm not too sure what the best course of action would be.
Because we don't want to get lost in it.
Yeah.
And
I
there
feel
was
like-
people at the Hall of Magister after us.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
probably move on from the Hall of the Magister just to get people off of our tail. So my vote would either be Dormitory Infinitum or the Rainbow Fountain.
Well, there were people following us to the dormitory when I guess they heard the scream. So maybe if they're still there, then maybe we could at least sneak up on them if they're still
True.
waiting.
Yeah, it'd be a different angle.
Yeah.
And maybe if we get through the maze, then we can actually sleep.
Yeah. Make it a safe spot on the campus.
I mean, where people. I would say chill out in the botanical gardens before moving on, but
Yeah. I mean, we haven't alerted anybody that we know of yet.
yeah, just need to
Might
watch
be
the entrance just in
yeah,
case somebody
worth-
comes in behind us.
Yeah. There's plenty of things to
Yeah.
eat, whether they're edible or not.
Yeah, we could rest in the botanical gardens.
Rest here, and then even if we didn't want to take the short path across, we could. Like there's no buildings that kind of lead here other than the walkway. Like maybe this would be relatively unguarded if we wanted to even take the long way,
Yeah, it's a
or even
possibility.
stop by the library first if we decided we need to change path. But yeah, we could. My vote is to go to the dormitory now.
Instead
after
of
we
resting?
rest.
After
Yeah,
you
no,
rest? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. The next place we go is the dormitory. Is my suggestion.
Sounds good
Girls,
to me.
what sounds good to you? What say you, rest of the girls?
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, Tameki. What shall we do?
I follow you guys.
Oh, damn it. Okay. So is that a long rest?
Yes. I would like to do a long rest. I'm tired of this exhaustion bullshit.
Okay. Then you all find a place to settle down here in the whatever structure this is within the botanical gardens, and attempt to take a long rest.
Oh,
Yep.
Attempt.
Attempt.
Can I place an alarm spell before we go and try to sleep?
Sure. Where do you want to put it? Because it only covers a certain area.
Is there a huddle, a cuddle puddle somewhere?
Cuddle
Where are we all
puddle.
gonna be at? Cause
Probably the most comfortable place to sleep here is going to be in the actual like classroom area with the chairs
Cuddle.
and benches.
if we can like blockade ourselves into a room where there's just one entrance or something, that'd be best. You can put it by the door.
So the only place with one singular entryway would be all the way down at the bottom in the pipe room.
What do you guys think?
Think what?
One entryway to watch?
Yeah, one entryway for sure.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Okay. And you go back down the stairs a couple levels and through the tunnels. So you come to the circular room with the pit of water and the pipes reaching upwards, and decide to take your rest there. Much less comfortable, but also much more defensible. As you finally take your rest, and do go ahead and get a full long rest out of this, and you are able to remove any points of exhaustion that you have.
Yay.
for now.
For now. And after all of that, you have successfully survived your first day in the dome.
Whoa.
But will you survive the second?
11.
We're causing a bit of ruckus, huh?
Maybe a little bit. You did decide to go to probably the one of the most fortified places, break in, and then was seen escaping from it in some way. So there's that.
Oh, it's not big, no big deal, mate. Just a little bit of
Breaking and entering?
yeah,
A little
well,
bit of bacon and eggs, a little bit of razzle dazzle.
That's fine. I mean, basically at this point, I think it's very clear that it's not going to be quite as simple as just finding the door.
Go there, find it. Yeah.
Yep.
which is great because that extends the dopamine response.
You say that now.
Oh
Or
God.
we'll just get a TPK and just get massive amounts of cortisol. Let's go.
Is this the type of dopamine that we're gonna get after we've been repeatedly fucked in the ass over and over again? And it's like, okay, I'm finally not getting fucked in the ass. It's great. Like an Elden Ring fucking situation.
Oh, I thought you were just recounting the plot of Brokeback Mountain.
Oh yeah, you know it.
I wish I
Favorite.
could quit you.
I think you need to rewatch that movie. There you go.
I'm imagining though, like a full battalion of people like chasing after us from when we escaped the hall of the Magister, and they're like running down this fucking hallway.
Yeah.
It's like, there's an arrow there. Keep going. Spotted another arrow. Keep going.
We're
Just
following their track.
a small
They're leaving
army
a
of
trail
Warforged
right
just
to
like
us. How dumb.
constantly
They're leaving a
running
trail
down
of
an infinite
arrows.
hallway.
Yeah. They're leaving a trail of arrows.
Perhaps Suppose you'll have to find out. Smacks into the mirror.
Trap in there.
Damn.
Oh fuck!
Schmack. But yeah, so that's where we'll go ahead and call it for tonight. You guys resting deep within the bowels of the botanical gardens and then exploring outwards from there. And just so we're clear, where are we going next?
The dormitory.
Okay.
No take backs.
That's
No
what.
take backs.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
I saw earlier. Your last stream was entitled the dormitory infinitum. and I
It
was
was.
like,
It
damn.
was entitled that.
Topher died a little bit
And
inside.
and then when I exported it back to YouTube, I was like, well, I need to change the title now.
The dormitory infinitaint.
Infinitane. So yeah, good shit, guys. Congratulations on not dying. I'll probably kill you next session.
We
So-
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Just to say, to
Yeah.
make us happy.
Yep, I try.
You know what else you could say to make us happy?
Ah, I could say that, but it wouldn't be true.
But you're not gonna.
Just
No
get it too.
level?
Until you solve the
No
dome, you
level.
ain't getting another level up. Stop asking me.
I'm trying, but the place is full of mirrors and magic shit. I'm out of my depth as a fucking person who just pokes people.
But I'm willing to bet if you just focus on poking, you
I
might
poke?
hit an eye.
When I need to poke. I'll sit there and I'll poke them a lot.
What if it's a cow?
And if it's a cow, is it a threatening cow?
Sure.
Does the cow have loot?
Yes.
I will poke the cow.
I mean, steaks, I guess.
Yeah, then we have food.
Yeah.
That sounds like a win-win-win.
I was gonna say maybe we go to the zoo. I want to go
Or
to
it's
the
like-
zoo.
The cow level on Diablo 2.
Oh my god, yep. Mm-hmm.
Wait, where was the zoo at here?
Near the botanical gardens.
Oh, yeah, that's the funny thing. So we haven't talked about this because we haven't gone here. The zoo is kind of part of the botanical gardens as a whole. Like that whole area is plant and animal focused.
So, Topher, to be safe, we might look at the animals before we go to the dormitory.
Yeah, I figured I'll have something prepared.
Okay. I was like, other than that, you know.
I mean, they'll be here.
I already have a few ideas for that, so no worries.
Because I know Priya specifically got something, that got a
Yes.
potion, right, of animal speaking?
Animal friendship.
Mhm.
Animal friendship. She did that specifically in hopes.
But remember,
the
they're all
animal
going to be
fan.
frozen.
I
What?
know.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna be frozen without your mage
But you could pet
bane.
them. Yeah, you could pet them. You get close, pet them.
I think it'd be one of those Easter eggs where if you try to click on an animal, and it's like the dev team was too lazy to give you an animation of petting the animal. So we'll describe it in full.
It's like the fucking text from the door earlier.
Yeah. The
Mm,
door is still not opening. Stop trying to fuck with the door.
It's like that one, oh god, what game is it?
I know Deadpool has something like it.
The Stanley Parable.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah.
Yes.
Where he's like, Stanley, you need to go through door A to continue the plot. Keep going to door B. I don't know why there's nothing here, so let's try this again.
I'm the type of person that's stubborn. If I get told that like I can't open the door or I'm not supposed to do that, I like to do it.
Yeah,
A
there
lot.
might be an achievement or something. Why wouldn't you do it or go that way?
Right. Like, okay, this door is locked. It's making the locking noise, right? The you'll. It's funny because if there's like a co-op game or something and you're in there, you can hear me physically going, just clicking it as fast as I can. I was like, I'm gonna open this bitch one way or another.
Yeah, Gigi was like, "Oh, the text change."
Oh yeah, I should
Yeah,
keep doing
I better
it.
keep going.
Better keep going.
Oh man. Casing
Oh,
for y'all's
wow.
wedding, we better play in this